Hello and welcome to tonight's stream. As you can see, it's just myself and John tonight. Kieran has prior commitments, so we thought we'd shake things up a little bit and have a little watch along of one of our absolute favorite cult movie movies, whatever, of the past 30 years, The Lawnmower Man, directed by Brett Leonard and starring afresh from Remington Steele, Pierce Brosnan, and Jeff Fahey. I don't know. Fahey, I'd say. No?
Well, I say Fahey.
You would, wouldn't you? Depending on your grasp of the English language. So if you are American, you would say probably what John thinks. And if you're like me, Irish, you would say Fahey.
I'm English. I'm not American.
Are you? Oh, I thought you were American.
If you're an Englishman like John, you might say Jeff Fahey.
Right. Okay. We'll just agree to disagree.
Cheers to that.
There you go.
Fee.
So, John.
From now on, let's just call him Jeff the Man.
Jeff the Man.
Jeff the Man.
That's good. That's
okay. That's
what
good. He is. That's what he is.
Jeff the Man. Right. Okay. I'll take note of that. Jeff the Man. Right. So, John, when we did our first stream a few months back about Stephen King films and adaptations,
yes,
we didn't mention this one. Can you explain why?
Well, he'd written a book. A short story, The Lawnmower Man, which was about the god Pan who comes to a guy's house and then goes out, starts doing. So the guy orders a gardener. God Pan comes to garden. He starts eating the grass, eating the flowers, eating the trees. Then he starts eating the picket fence. Then he starts eating the path. Then he comes up the board. He starts eating the front steps. He starts eating the boards. He comes in the house. He starts eating the furniture. Then he eats the guy. That's the Lawnmower Man from Stephen King. And I believe it was New Line Cinema. This was kind of, I guess, Children of the Corn time, late 80s. So it was kind of that generation of Stephen King movies. I think
it was mid 80s. Yeah,
it's that'll have been 87, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
And then we're starting to get kind of more of the straight to video Stephen King adaptations and stuff because this was after Carrie, this was after The Shining, this was after all that. And they bought the title Stephen King's The Lawnmower Man, and then it went through multiple scripts. Just from what I saw on the Blu-ray, special features, went through multiple scripts, came to Brett Leonard, who was fresh off The Dead Pit, which is a good movie. So the up-and-coming director. New Line, of course, really famous for new up-and-coming directors and giving them a chance. People like
for example,
Rennie Harlan, all kinds of people. They're really cool. I love the guy, Robert Shea. There's a great story about Shea. Starting distributing, reefer madness out the boot of his car, driving it around to distribute and show, and started up his company. And I love that guy. He gave loads of people a chance. And obviously he was giving Brett Leonard a chance. But The Lawnmower Man turned out not to be Stephen King's Lawnmower Man because the script just spins out of control and becomes this amazing sci-fi action masterpiece that we know and love today. So get your headsets ready. Get them tight-fitting spandex suits out, and let's raise a glass. To The Lawnmower Man.
Okay, so as there's two versions of this film, we've decided to go for the director's cut. Now, the director's cut is significantly longer, as in 57 minutes longer than the theatrical cut.
I thought it was about an hour or something. It was long, wasn't it?
Yeah, so an hour 30, an hour 40, I think it was.
Which is, I think, the first version that I saw.
Yeah, same. I think
it was Brett Leonard kind of, although it can't have been. I must have seen the theatrical cut first on VHS, but I do remember we were talking about it actually, weren't we? Before this, it might have been the Stephen King thing before we mentioned it. There was that Prism Leisure DVD.
Yes, I think so, yeah.
That was the director's cut of the film.
I think they released both, I think.
So they released both, right?
Because I remember, if you remember back when they were releasing little box sets, you could say.
Was it double-sided disc?
Yeah, there's one.
That rings a bell. I think it might have been a double-sided disc.
One, I think, with RoboCop Prime Directives.
Yeah.
Oh, that was on it, and then there's two obscure movies.
I remember those movies, Meltdown and Prime Directives and stuff.
Yeah. And then they released the director's cut on a single disc. I had both myself on the Prism Leisure, and then I upgraded to the Blu-ray done by 101 Films.
Prism Leisure.
Radio Film, sorry.
Yeah, I've got it myself. I brought it up to show the Blu-ray. I
Cool.
bought it when it came out. I had
And
it
it's over
pre
there somewhere.
I
So,
had it pre-ordered. You get that cool book, and you get Lawnmower Man 2,
yeah.
Cyberspace, Beyond Cyberspace, which with Matt Frewer, which is another Stephen King connection. He's in a lot of
Yes.
Stephen King movies.
Yeah.
Most
And
notably,
to our
Trash Can Man.
yeah. Max Headroom.
Max Headroom himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that's how we got the role in Lawnmower Man 2. Because of Max.
Possibly, yeah. But the thing is, did you know, and you probably did since you probably watched as much as I have, and you like both movies, Lawnmower Man 2.
Yes.
It's the first mention of what device?
I don't know. You'll have to enlighten me.
iPhone.
Is it? First mention of an iPhone.
Yeah, and you want to do the Chiron ship?
Aye.
There's a scene when the manager or the boss man or the beardy dude, weirdo.
Who, me? The beardy weirdy.
No, not Joe. You're not that bad. But it's like a kind of a Google glasses kind of setup.
Oh yes, I remember now.
Remember that?
Yes, I do.
And they called it an iPhone.
Well, it's funny. I mean, there's a huge step forward in the CG in the second film. Like huge.
Oh yes, definitely.
It's a huge step forward. And when I watched it again, I hadn't seen it since video. And when I got that Blu-ray from 101 and watched it again, I really enjoyed it, and for the special effects. And it was nice that they brought the kid back from the first movie, that kid from Last Action Hero, right? I can't remember his name, but
it'll come up in the credits here.
I mean, it's not the greatest sequel of all time, but it's a good sequel, and they definitely went for the kids' audience. It's a kids' film, like aimed at 12 to 16-year-olds.
Yes, definitely.
Whereas the first one is very, very definitely an 18.
Yeah, we'll come to that. Certain scenes.
Well, is it an 18? I can't even remember.
I think it was a 15 for sure.
It seems more like
scenes, yes.
It seems more like a 15, doesn't it?
The director's cut might have been 18.
Well, it's 15 on it. 15 on here.
Oh, so, is that the right? Okay,
so I'm guessing it must have been a 15, but it's a very violent film. Complete with chimps getting shot and guys getting shot, headshots. It's like there's quite a violence.
Don't forget the implied abuse by a certain clergyman and
surprise, a priest.
Yeah. Way ahead of his time in that way too.
Well, maybe he's behind by a couple of 100 years.
Okay, maybe so. But yeah, I was just saying there.
Oh God, we're horrible people. Let's move on. Right?
Yes. So I was just saying the director's cut we're going to watch tonight. It's significantly longer.
It is, yes.
As I said, 57 minutes longer. So the link is in the description if you need it. I'll post it in the chat, or John will post it. And so if you can get we're one person in the chat, so if you want to give a wee thumbs up.
Hey, great here now, doing great.
For all person in the music, or
hey Jen,
person in the chat, if you want to give a wee thumbs up when you're ready to go. Oh, here now, okay. Hello, here now. Didn't see you there. Sorry, I apologize. Didn't have I was reading off a script here. Good to see you.
Thanks for joining us on our Cyber Odyssey.
Cyber Odyssey, yeah.
I'm good, cheese, mate. I'm good, cheese, pal. But I'm really looking forward to it, actually. I mean, I know the director's cut's longer, but I've always loved this movie. I always have. And I get a lot of, I've been in a lot of, not arguments, but a few discussions with other people who say, why do you like that rubbish? In particular, I promised them, I'll give them a shout out. Squabblebox HQ. My friend Dave over there at Squabblebox HQ. I work with those guys. Squabblebox HQ. And I said I was doing Lawnmower Man tonight on the stream, and he said that movie sucks, but make sure you tell everyone how good Virtuosity is. Which is the Denzel and or Denzel, I should say. Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe movie, which was equally as cool in terms of its special effects. It was a very cool movie. But Dave was saying, we talked about it this afternoon, and he was saying if you took the virtual reality elements out of that, it would work just as a cool kind of noir crime thriller.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Which I think he was right about. So just so he doesn't say he didn't mention it, there you go, Dave. Squabblebox HQ, everybody. I've mentioned it, Dave. Even though
Scrumble Box YouTube, please subscribe.
even though I totally
Send
disagree
your
with you,
subscribers this way too sometimes.
and I think Lawnmower Man's an amazing film.
Yeah, getting into I think I would agree because
True Romance is a great film. Yes,
it's not the best movie, but that's another story.
I'll tell you what, it's a much better movie than it would have been here and now. And Kerry, if Tarantino had directed it, I think it would have been a lot worse.
You would have seen a lot more feet.
Yes, you would have seen a lot more feet in it if Tarantino had directed it, I would imagine. Oh, God.
Especially for the Sharkettes feet.
Can you imagine? Although, I guess you can.
Well,
there's actually a movie. This is, we're not going to get on foot fetishes again because we've had this
no, we're not. No, we've done that
in another show. But if you do want to see somebody kissing Patricia Arquette's feet, there's a film called Trouble Bound where she makes somebody kiss her feet at gunpoint with Michael Madsen laughing behind her.
Was that section directed by Tarantino?
So just in case there's any lovers out there, Trouble Bound, you can see it in there.
Triple Bound, okay.
It's actually, it was so weird because Michael Madsen passed away recently.
That's right, yes.
And it was one of the first films I thought of when Michael Madsen passed away, and I watched it again. That's how I know that. Not because of that scene, because I really like it.
People think Reservoir Dogs and dancing, but
I thought Trouble Bound for some reason. Okay. For some reason, Trouble Bound. It's almost like it's kind of like a Bonnie and Clyde, but a happy ending Bonnie and Clyde. It's these two kind of young troublemakers run off together. It's maybe it was made off the back of True Romance, thinking of it, because it's the same kind of story. But
what's it called again?
Trouble Bound.
Let's have a look.
But it was just one of those like 90s straight to video, must be early 90s, because it was kind of Patricia Arquette.
Same year.
Yeah, same year. But it was I really enjoyed that one, and it was like one of the first things I thought of when Michael Madsen passed away was Trouble Bound. I didn't think of Reservoir Dogs. I didn't think of Free Willy. I didn't think of any of those. I thought of Trouble Bound.
How, like, when certain like directors, actors, actresses, whatever, when they pass on, we think of their most obscure film we know of.
I was like when Robert Redford went, I thought of Jeremiah Johnson straight away.
Yeah, well, that's not obscure though.
No, it was really famous, but it was him and Sidney Pollack. But obscure films. It was I guess you think of your favorites.
Yeah.
Or the first time you saw them. I remember seeing Michael Madsen playing a very similar character. He was always the bad guy. It was a film with Val Kilmer called Kill Me Again.
Okay.
Where he was kind of like this cool bad guy, super cool. It was him and John Grayers and Joanne Willie. That was a great one. When Val Kilmer passed away, I'd actually put it in a video about him. But anyway, we're getting onto morbid subjects again, aren't we? It's always me who starts these morbid conversations.
That's why we love you, John. Because you go there where other people don't.
Just call me old morbid Rennie.
Okay. Job the man.
Job's the man. Jeff the man.
Job, Jeff, yeah, whatever. You know what I meant.
Well, Jeff is Job.
Yes. Well, there you go. So give us a wee thumbs up or give some kind of indication when you're ready. Chat. And then we'll start.
I know, I was just wondering.
No, that's 3D, you see. We're getting a wee bit ahead of ourselves.
All right, that's 3D.
Right. We're getting into the 3D now, so.
I kind of went for that kind of lighting tonight, the 3D lighting.
Oh, right.
Oh, actually, come to think about it, I actually put another light on here so you could see my face a bit better. I forgot about that. It's a beautiful face. What do you mean? Actually, I'll forget it. I'll leave it in shadow.
Jokes.
No, that's when I look my best, when I'm deep in shadow.
2 thumbs up from here now. Thank you very much.
Cheers here now.
Yep. If you haven't done already, like and subscribe. Which, if you like the content, that is like our bitchy sessions.
If you like our proper random chatter about feet and stuff.
Yeah.
We are probably one of the most random streams ever. Like.
Oh yeah. We hardly ever stay on topic for very long.
We always start with like, okay, we're doing Oliver Stone this week, and then we end up talking about flipping Charlie Sheen movies for an hour.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Well, he was in a couple of Charlie Sheen or Oliver Stone movies, so.
All right. Great face for radio, indeed. Indeed.
Well,
probably the best face for radio.
I definitely have a face for radio. I know that for sure.
Oh, you're gorgeous, Kerry. What are you talking
No,
about?
I'm not.
Oh, look, you're turning red.
No.
See, that's why I put this light on. Nobody can see when I
Oh,
blow.
hang on, turn on. But no, so that's grand. We'll start the movie and hang on. Let's see.
Are you going to the Wayne's World? 5, 4,
Yeah, there we go.
3.
There we go. We're starting now. So
Better turn.
I don't know. We might get a wee strike here because of audio playing on mine here, but I don't know.
So New Line Cinema. What's the first thing you think of when you see New Line Cinema? By the turn of the millennium, a technology known as virtual reality will be widespread use. It will allow you to enter computer-generated artificial worlds and unlimited as the imagination itself. Its creators foresee millions of positive uses, while others fear that you can't read fast enough, so you missed the end of the line. I wonder what that last line said. I totally missed it.
Tell me when it.
Hey, Collect Adam. Nice to see you.
Hi, Adam. No worries. Next time, hopefully.
Oh, no, it's all right. Thanks for dropping by. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Have you got any headphones to stick in, Kerry? I can really hear it on your stream.
Oh, hang on. 1 second. I'm going to pause it.
Oh, no, it's all right. It's all right. I was getting like two.
No. I'll get me earphones.
Now, this is one thing the director's cut does that I absolutely love. You get more of the monkey. Or is it a chimpanzee? I think it might be a chimpanzee. And there he is, possibly one of the handsomest actors of all time, Mr. Pierce Brosnan himself. Like Kerry was saying, fresh out of Remington Steel. I absolutely love Pierce Brosnan's early movies. Oh, man, look at this virtual reality.
Right.
I remember the first time I ever put up this is crazy. You're going to laugh at this. The first time I ever put on an Oculus Rift. Can you remember Oculus Rift headsets? I was working on a film with the director, Shripali Patel, and we're doing projection mapping. And we're trying to figure out how to projection map things. So we're like playing around with boxes and all that. And we're trying to project like on the 4 walls. And she's interested in creating virtual reality environments. And the Oculus Rift was pretty new. And she went, "Oh, hey, do you want to try the Oculus Rift?" I was like, "Yeah, cool." I was the first one in the room, jumped up, put it on, looked at my hands, and I went, "Lawnmower Man!" like really loud in front of like 200 people or something in this room when we were all trying the Oculus Rift. And not like I was obviously the only person in the room who knew what I was talking about. I was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "I look like Lawnmower Man. I can see my hands." Oh, man, amazing memories of me being a total idiot. But I love it. I think the graphics don't matter in this. A lot of people think it's dated, but I absolutely love it. I think it suits the film perfectly. I really do. I find that with a lot of older films that I watched growing up, even I don't find the graphics have dated because I think they suit the story. Oh, no problem, Adam. Adam's just saying thanks also, John, for tagging me in your post earlier and your kind words. You really need to catch up. Your recent videos, your channel is awesome and it really deserves to grow considerably. Well, thank you very much, Adam. I really appreciate it. I really mean it. It was today. I've just been looking around at other YouTube channels and I wanted to mention it tonight because we're talking about AI and the kind of subject of Lawnmower Man. And there's so many kind of AI generated channels now that all the content, I mean, is AI generated. And a while back, I started to see films, channels that were listing films. I mean, there was always great ones like Mr. List and stuff who were always great. You know, I watched them years ago myself and can't take that away from them. Pardon. But with the AI scripts and narrations, all of a sudden, you started to see like loads of, I don't know, top 50 cult horror movies that need to be seen or, you know, like top 10 banned movies of the 1970s. And you'd have a picture of I Spit on Your Grave in the thumbnail. And I thought, oh, wow, I didn't realize it was like this AI thing. That's how naive I am. I was thinking, oh, wow, there's loads more content now about movies. So I started clicking on all these channels and I thought, oh, cool, I'll make a couple for the Boneyard. And I made a couple for Boneyard Cinema, my channel. And then as I started to watch like more and more, I started to realize that they were all the same films. Like there was the same banned horror movies that were getting mentioned again and again. And the script sounded very similar. And then there'd be like top 10 Westerns and there'd be top 10 70s Westerns and there'd be top 10 alternative Westerns or top 10 acid Westerns. And they were all the same films. You know, the list were all the same films. And I started to do a little bit of research and I started to go into AI and things like Claude and ChatGPT. and just typing in, can you give us like 10 acid westerns? And it gave us these 10 westerns. It would be like, I don't know, like Django Build Me a Coffin. And then it would be Jodorowsky's, what's the one? El Topo. And then there'd be Dead Man by Jim Jarmusch. There'd be a couple. And I started to realize all these lists on these different channels were just rejumbled versions of these other films. And the script sounded very, very similar. Thumbnails looked very similar. You know, they all kind of had that little, well, actually that I have, but that's not, I generated a promise to actually make all my thumbnails. But the little red box around it and all that kind of stuff. And it was a big learning curve for me. It just made us realize that, bugger, you know, there's a lot more AI generated stuff out there than I realized. And I think I lost some of the passion. You can always tell when it's a person behind it, because they interact with the comments. You know, they really do care about chatting about the movies that they love. And I hope that's what people find here on Cinema Conversations and what they find at the Boneyard. I mean, that's what we love and we're passionate about it. And I'm not saying that I've got anything against people who want to make money, because these are obviously companies or individuals trying to make money, and that's great, you know. But I just wondered, do other people know? Do other people realize that this is AI and that the lists are the same? It's a funny conversation to have, but I mean, YouTube are making steps towards banning AI content from what I've read on their kind of terms and usages thing. Because now if I use AI in a video, I have to declare it, for example, and things like that. So that's interesting. But I thought it was fitting to mention during this conversation about one of the greatest movies of all time, The Lawnmower Man, because obviously it features AI quite heavily. And also unclothed Pierce Brosnan, which is never bad. Look at that, man. He looks so weird without his beard, doesn't he? When he was younger, I loved him with his beard. He was in a John McTiernan movie I love called Nomads. And he had this huge beard. And I recently bought a Blu-ray of Nomads. I've got the film poster framed, actually. Is it in this room? No, it's not. It's in a different room. But I've got the Nomads film poster framed. I love it. John McTiernan's best movie, the guy that went on to make Die Hard and Predator and all these great, great films. And then got into some questionable problems with the law. But John McTiernan made this film with Pierce Brosnan. He's got this huge beard in it. And he gets interviewed on the special features. And he says, yeah, man, I kind of totally humbly, he said, he knew that I was a handsome guy. And he said, I looked like Mr. Catalog Man. You know, he said, I realized that. I looked around, I saw all these other guys who were just as handsome as me, same body type, same kind of 90s wavy hair. And I thought, what will separate us from everybody else? So he grew a beard. He's got this really big beard in this movie, Nomads. It looks great. But yeah, again, all this stuff. So the chimps escaped the compound now, the industry, and he's down here, he's in the town, in the village, and you start to see the kind of images and stuff through his eyes. I don't think it's dated. I really don't. I really think it suits the story. Here he is, man, Job. Jeff Fahey. He's an excellent, excellent actor. I was so pleased to meet him. There was if you don't mind us sharing a John Rennie story. He's been one of my favorite actors for years and years. I mean, since I was a kid. I was a proper video store kid. Hey, Kerry. I was a proper video store kid, and Jeff Fahey was in everything. He was in the Sketch Artist series. You know, I was in Psycho 3. He was in one of my favorite movies, Iron Maze. And I was working in theater a few years ago while I was at uni, building the sets and stuff. And he came in to do a show called The Best Man. And I got him to sign a poster for us, which is over there, the Iron Maze poster, man. And it was to say, don't meet your heroes. But I was like overwhelmed. He was so cool, you know, to see Jeff Fahey. And I went and I shook his hand and said, thanks for signing my poster, Mr. Fahey. He went, sorry, you can call us Jeff. I was like, oh, okay, Jeff. I was so overwhelmed by meeting him. And at the time I was wearing a cap backwards because I was at work, like building sets, keeping my hair out my face. And I had a big goatee beard, you know, and he was kind of renowned for like being this long-haired kind of surfer guy. And he actually said, obviously I'm nowhere near as handsome as Jeff Fahey, but he kind of said, you remind me of me when I was your age, dude. And I was just like, whoa. And he said, no problem. And said, it's always nice to meet a fan. I don't get many people asking to sign that poster. What do you think of the movie? I was like, it's one of my favorite movies, sir. It's so good. I watch it all the time. I love all your work. I love Body Parts. Your movie you did with Eric Red. It's so fantastic. I was like proper gushing over him. And then my boss was like, John, come here. We've got to get to work. I was like, okay. Bye, Mr. V. He was like, bye. And as he was leaving, it's like one of the proudest moments of my life. Jeff V turned around and waved and went, hey, John, take care, brother. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. I was just like, oh, it was one of those moments I'll never, ever forget. I think everybody at work as well probably realized that it was like a heavy moment for us and went, John, do you want to go and sit downstairs for a second? And for the next couple of weeks, all I got was people saying, hey, bro, don't do anything I wouldn't do at work. It's great. Oh, cool, Adam. You bought the Blu-ray from Treasure. That's the one I got. There was a one before that from Scream Factory, I think. But I also bought the Treasure Films one. It's a really good box set, that. It's a heavy-duty box. It was a good box set. You got a poster with it, if I remember. Am I right in thinking that? You got like a mini poster with it? But yeah, I did buy that one, and there's an interview with Pierce Brosnan on that, if I remember rightly. But it's a great movie, Adam. I can't recommend it enough to anybody. Anyone out there in the audience, Nomads. It's such an unusual movie. It's got like this kick-ass kind of almost heavy metal soundtrack. It's a really cool movie. It's so cool. And you get, I think it's Eileen Warrenoff pops up in there as well, and the actress from, it's a great British actress. You'll know her when you see her. I think it might be Wagner or Lindsay, somebody or other. Give us a sec, I'll check. But it's such an awesome film because I want to mention her because she's so beautiful and so great in the role in Nomads. But it was just one of those movies, you know, when you're a kid and you're watching late night TV. I mean, similar to this, similar to Lawnmower Man. It was video stores, but Nomads was kind of a late night TV movie. It's Leslie Ann Down. Adam Ant also pops up in it too, yeah. But it's such a cool movie. Can't recommend it enough. I hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what you think when you watch it. I'd love to know what you think. Here and now, what's the best decade for movies, guys? That's a tough question. That is a tough question. That's the one. Great release. They released a Blu-ray of The Island as well with Michael Caine. I haven't got the Blu-ray, but I do have a DVD of The Island. We can hear you now, Kerry. I can hear you on the mic.
Yeah, I can't get my camera to work.
Oh, well, you look fine there, just with a Circle K.
I wouldn't mind, but there's a petrol station down the road called...
I was going to say, I'm expecting a phone box to land outside. I'll meet you at the Circle K, man. I don't know. What do you think? Is the best decade for movies? I really do like the late 60s. I mean, I'm a big Easy Rider fan. So
the new Hollywood.
The new Hollywood. I like the late 60s.
I would say late 60s to early 80s.
But the thing is, I mean, when I was growing up, it was stuff like Terminator and RoboCop and Commando and, you know, Kickboxer and Steven Seagal and stuff like Out for Justice and, you know, all those great ones, Chuck Norris and all that stuff. I mean, he's that horrible priest who's a really famous actor, actually. I can't remember his name, but he's not very nice to Job. And there's a lot more of that in the director's cut. Great story. I love how he plays him. He had to start off playing him kind of this kind of childish. There we are. I can see you now, Kerry. He had to start off, I think, playing him this kind of childish. A lot of people think it's over the top, but he has to have that kind of arc. 90s, I mean, 90s is awesome. Like it is. I mean, there was a lot of early 2000 stuff. I mean, well, you'll know now, here and now. I mean, you know what I'm like. I can't help but love all cinema. I mean, Kerry, you and Glenn are always saying it's like, it's not very often I've got stuff bad to say about movies. I'm so passionate about them, you know. But can't hear you, Kerry. Your mic's off now. But see if you can switch. But the 90s, I'm trying to think of my favorite 90s stuff. I mean, obviously Michael Pare. We've talked about that.
How about now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. I love Michael Pare stuff in the 90s, obviously. I think we've talked about that, right? I think 87 was Streets of Fire. You got Eddie and the Cruisers. Yes. And then in the 90s, he did stuff like Space Fury and Village of the Damned. And I mean, the 90s, it's awesome. Like, it really is, especially for the kind of erotic late night thrillers. I love all that stuff. Like, kind of off the back of Basic Instinct, you know? You got all those kind of HBO kind of steamy thrillers. I really love those kind of.
Yeah, I think
because I'm just a seedy guy.
I think Verhoeven laid the groundwork for that because.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, there was late night thrillers like the kind of Roy Scheider type stuff, right? Like Still of Night and me and my mate Dave were talking about Roy Scheider earlier on. Those kind of Last Embrace, and then when Verhoeven made it erotic, it just went into overdrive.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I love all that stuff.
I think you see, if you think of Verhoeven, like he was very limited in the Netherlands.
Oh
Like
yeah.
he made his mark, pun intended. But then you see when he went to Hollywood, went
Sorry,
to
I
America.
was just looking at how amazing Pierce Brosnan looked there with them sunglasses on. Look at how 90s and cool he is there, man. You don't get cooler than that cigarette, leather jacket, that quiff.
Oh dear.
Oh man, I know.
We can't keep the same. We can't keep the topic.
I knew this film was going to be like me, just gushing all over Pierce Brosnan and Jeff Fahey. I knew it was. They're like it's like two of the best dudes ever. They really are. But yeah, Verhoeven, you were saying about Spetters and
Spetters, yeah. That was very controversial in the Netherlands itself because of his content.
He always kind of has been, hasn't he?
Yeah. Good. See you soon, Adam. Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Oh, cheers, Adam. Thanks for popping in, man. Really appreciate it. I hope you have a good night.
Hopefully, we'll catch up with you a proper good time.
We'll have a good one.
Like, when he made RoboCop, I was actually watching Heavy Spoilers. Have you ever heard it?
Yeah, he's from South Shields, right? As well, he's a good northeast.
He does, yeah. He's kind of that twang, yeah.
I think it might be South Shields' his voice. I'm not sure, but I do know the channel. Yeah, I watched one of his about Halloween recently.
Right.
When I was doing the kind of Halloween.
I was watching the one he did in RoboCop, and he was saying about how it's quick. The scene in the change room, and when they're both genders are undressing and getting suited up.
Yeah,
it's quick. If that was in the Netherlands, he probably would have lingered on it.
Like Starship Troopers when the
yes,
yeah. when they all turn out that guy and say, "Now I know why they call you Slug."
Yeah,
horrible. But here and now, what are your favorite '90s movies? I'd love to know. So, Kerry, what do you reckon is the best decade? That's a really interesting question.
Well, I was going to say I would say late 60s to early 80s for me.
Oh.
Because Hollywood became gritty and more real. It kind of took on a neo-realistic.
I know what you mean. Like Taxi Driver.
Yeah, well, that was super realistic, with Scorsese and De Niro and Jodie Foster.
Oh man, the chimpanzee just got killed.
There's plenty more in the suit.
Joe will never forgive that priest for anything ever.
Now that if you're 90s or a noughties kid or whatever, that's not Lex Luthor or Michael Rosenbaum. So okay.
So was Rosenbaum the guy in Smallville?
Yes.
Gene Hackman was the guy in the Richard Donner movies.
Yes.
Who was Lex Luthor in the Dean Cain? Terry Hatcher? New Adventures. That was the one I watched the most. The New Adventures of Superman. I remember watching that all the time.
Yeah, he had hair in that one.
but Dean Cain's a bit of a weird celebrity at the moment, isn't he?
Oh God, stop!
He's been he's not weird. He's been very American, I guess. But he's
been very up Trump's ass. But that's
I know what you mean. He's trying to be patriotic in his own way, but I think he's overstepped the line a little bit.
But that much?
Aye, about that much. It was okay. You were Superman. We don't really need to know what you think about this.
Yes.
I liked you in Future Sport, but come on, dude.
Goodfellas and Casino are up there. Okay.
Casino gave
me
nightmares. Casino gave me nightmares.
Oh.
That bit where the Joe Pesci gets beaten to death with the baseball bats and they bury him alive.
Oh, right. Okay.
That gave me nightmares. I mean, it's not very often movies give us nightmares. Pulp Fiction.
So he's not funny, haha.
Oh, he's not funny, haha. He's funny dead, or funny buried alive. Oh God, yeah. It's horrible. It's one of them things I just hate, like Blood Simple when they bury that guy alive.
Oh yeah,
I hate all that. It's yucky, but I still like the films. But yeah, out of those, I'd pick Casino. I think my favorite Scorsese is the early Scorsese. I love Main Streets and Taxi Driver. Yeah. They're the ones I watch the most, and I also just had this conversation recently again. I think Color of Money is probably his most underrated movie because I watch that at least 2 or 3 times a year. I really like it.
Yeah, I think we talked about that off stream.
I really love Color of Money. It's like it's one of my favorite sequels ever. I think at the time it was weird. Sorry, my chair keeps. I think my chair's broke. It keeps falling down, probably because I'm getting so fat. It's just sinking down slowly. But all these beers I'm drinking. But I think it's one of the greatest sequels ever. I mean, it was. But at the time, I don't think many people knew it was a sequel to The Hustler.
No, I don't think so either. No.
It was so strange. But I was having a conversation about it. I mean, I knew because The Hustler's. Not because of Paul Newman or Jackie Gleason, but because of George C. Scott.
Yes.
Was one of my favorite movies. I think we might have talked about this on stream, actually, when we're talking about our favorite actors. But I saw George C. Scott in The Hustler, and I couldn't take my eyes off him. And he was a character in the background. He was never the main guy. And he became my favorite actor ever. He still is. George C. Scott's one of my favorite actors. I think he is my favorite actor, in fact.
Yeah.
And I try to find everything he's done, but fantastic.
I was in Birmingham there last weekend, and up till Wednesday, and I went to HMV just to pick up a few Blu-rays and stuff, and I picked up a Hardcore.
Oh, Paul Schrader's Hardcore.
Yeah. Talking about Scott,
outstanding film.
Yes, it looks it to be honest.
Outstanding film. There's a couple of moments of comedy that don't work in it. George C. Scott is fantastic in it. I could tell you stories, man. I studied Schrader when I was a student. He was my favorite. He was my favorite at university. I wrote theses about his work and pretty much Van Horn in Hardcore. I mean, this isn't a spoiler, I guess, but he's pretty much playing Schrader's father. He said, what would happen if I took my father out of the Catholic Calvinist environment that I grew up in and put him in the porn industry in Los Angeles? And that's how that kind of film was born. I mean, it was only his second film after Blue Collar. It's but it's great. Susan Hubley's awesome in it, man. It's like Kurt Russell's ex. She was in King of New York, Escape from New York with Kurt Russell. She's the girl in Chock full of nuts. But Susan Hubley's fantastic in that movie. It's such a great film. Oh, it's fantastic.
He gives that impression, doesn't he?
He's just great in it. It's so matter of fact though. It's like he knows this kind of stuff exists. I mean, I can't say anything without spoilers, but he's so great in it. I mean, he directed great films like Islands in a Stream and Rage. He's a great powerhouse of cinema, I think, George C. Scott. And I've never seen him turn in a bad performance. Ever.
Exorcist 3, because
it's so good.
So
good. I believe in sin. I believe in greed. When he's up against the wall, crucified, it's so awesome, that performance.
We talked before about his take as Rainbird in
Firestarter. Yeah, Mark Lester's Firestarter. That's a movie that I unapologetically worship. I absolutely love Firestarter in 1984. I think it's a masterpiece. And I'm not saying that without meaning that it's a masterpiece. Mark Lester's not an auteur, but man, but if you look at his career, Class of 84, Firestarter, Commando, Night of the Running Man with McCarthy and Glenn, he made some excellent cinema. He really did. He's not an auteur. He just makes movies. But man, he made some excellent cinema.
But he makes movies which you want to watch because it's fun.
I love Firestarter.
I love Commando myself, and it's
Commando is just awesome. It is. It's I don't know, Pulp Fiction here and now. Throughout the years, it's like my Tarantino kind of order's changed. It's always been Reservoir Dogs at number 1 because it was the first one I saw and I love it. And then I kind of skipped between Jackie Brown and Pulp Fiction for years, like as 1 and 2, because I loved. Now I'd say Jackie Brown's my second, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's my third. And I'd say Pulp Fiction's gone to 4 because I really liked Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I thought it was a really great movie. I thought he'd come back before.
It appeals to me in 2 ways. It's non-linear, for one thing.
Yeah, which I like. I like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's not traditional storytelling.
Yeah.
But secondly, it's kind of got the ambiguous mystery, like what's in the suitcase.
Yeah,
it kind of reminds me of Repo Man.
Oh well, funnily enough, I did a video about Repo Man, not on my channel, but with Squabblebox.
Yeah,
and we talked about where Alex Cox got that from, and he got that from "Kiss Me Deadly," where it's
Right. Okay.
where it's plutonium, I think, in the case,
Hmm.
and the girl kind of opens it and gets set on fire at the end of the movie.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's where Tarantino got it from as well, or Ralph, because Tarantino talking about it's one of them things that really niggles us about him. As much as I love him, he thinks he knows more than anybody else. And there was an interview about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and they was sitting with DiCaprio, and he was like, "Oh yeah, man, you know, Tarantino got me into all these great movies. He introduced me to Ralph Meeker." It's like, he introduced you to Ralph Meeker? What are you talking about? You never seen Dirty Dozen? You never seen fucking Kiss Me Deadly? Ralph Meeker's amazing. It's like, how can Leonardo DiCaprio be this great actor and not know who Ralph Meeker is? But then, so I guess that's a connection there, because obviously Tarantino's a Ralph Meeker fan because he introduced DiCaprio to him.
Yes. He introduced himself to it.
Oh, I totally. I introduced himself to it. Ah, well. That's what 12.
Well, that's kind of what you do.
That's what 12 hours in the VR room will do to you. My mind's scrambled.
Scrambled.
Oh, Harley's gasser. This guy's evil, the gas pump guy.
Yes, big bully, all right, yeah.
I haven't mentioned it yet. There's Jeffrey Lewis, the fantastic Jeffrey Lewis. Yeah. He's in this movie. A really great cast. Got Jenny Wright in this movie too, who's fantastic from Near Dark, which is one of my all-time favorites. But
Jake,
I
Wild at Heart was pretty cool. 1889. No, it was 90. It came out in 90.
It is pretty damn cool, though.
Yeah.
Wild at Heart is by far. I think Wild at Heart is by far Lynch's coolest movie.
Yes,
I mean, he puts everything that you can possibly imagine being cool in it. I mean, like this is a snakeskin jacket. This is my symbol of my individuality and my belief in personal freedom, which is from Brando in The Fugitive Kind. He says that in The Fugitive Kind, the Sidney Lumet movie. And obviously, Lynch thought that was cool, so he put it in it. It's so cool. I love that heavy metal score, the bum bum bum, when he smashes the guy's head in on the staircase, and then just looks up at Lula's mama, and he points his finger.
That's right.
It does the Elvis. It's just so damn cool. It's Bobby Peru's so cool as well.
Yeah, and then you get the totally different. Like you got Chris Isaac's Wicked Game.
Chris Isaac.
The total mood shift.
I mean, in my opinion, Chris Isaac's one of the coolest people ever to walk the earth.
Yes.
I'm like, I totally worship at the altar of Lawnmower Man, but I also worship at the altar of Chris. I was actually listening to Chris Isaac this afternoon. He's one of my favorites, and he was a good actor. I wish he'd done more.
He did very well. He obviously did. He did that. He did. Well, he didn't do that. He did
Firewalk with Me.
Firewalk with Me, and he did
Agent Chet Desmond. Yes, Silence of the Lambs. He's one of the SWAT team guys, right?
That's right. Yeah.
He had his own TV show.
He did, yeah. I can't remember what it's called, but I remember seeing that.
The Chris Isaac Show.
All right.
I used to stay up late to watch it. They used to put it on, I think it was Channel 4. Used to be on, and it was like a totally like 2:00 TV show. It was like him and his surfer mates hanging out, and every episode they'd sit down and sing a Chris Isaac song. He did Friends too, right? Wasn't he one of Phoebe's boyfriends in Friends?
I'm not sure.
He was. I'm sure he was one of the boyfriends. If you don't know, no one does. What was in the suitcase? I don't know. Like, I mean, it's one of them things where there's loads of theories about it here and now. Some people say it's gold. Some people say there was somebody's soul in there. It's a crazy. I'm not sure what.
It's kind of weird because it does get that kind of light, like the golden light of it.
So like looking at this,
when Jules opens it, he's like shines up in his face, and it's.
I mean, looking at these graphics, right? I don't think that dated. I think they fit the world of Lawnmower Man. I really do. It's like when you're a kid and you start to play computer games that were designed to help you learn when you were in school. I mean, this is the kind of program you would put somebody in to teach them. You wouldn't overwhelm them with stuff. I just love it.
As we were saying off stream there, like technology hasn't. This is what we thought VR would be like.
Oh,
I know.
It was like
off camera.
When I looked down at that seminar and saw my hands and went, Lawnmower Man. It was
I didn't hear you because I was, my camera.
Oh, yeah, you're fumbling about. Sorry, I mentioned that seminar. I mean, you spoke about it, all right, when I did that seminar. And, well, I didn't do it, but I was taking part in it. And I got up and I went, Lawnmower Man, when I shouted and I saw my hands. That's what it looked like. Now,
Mm.
this actress, I can't remember her name, who plays Pierce Brosnan's wife, she's in the director's cut a lot more as well.
Yeah.
Yes, and I like that about it because it gave them much more relationship. So that he
Yeah,
actually
more realistic that way.
because it seems like he just doesn't give a crap about her in the theatrical version. She says, "Oh, I'm leaving again." It's fine then, and she leaves.
Yeah.
But there's much more of an arc for their relationship in the director's cut, which I love. Plus, it gives Pierce Brosnan
Gives her a reason to come back and
look at those little skinny legs.
I can't see any legs. Where are you looking?
Oh, I was looking at Pierce Brosnan in his shorts.
All right.
Yeah, I time code on that. Let me check the
Hang
time.
on.
I'm at half an hour almost.
So I'm at 29:30 now.
Aye, so we're about the same. You'll see skinny legs in a second.
There we go.
There you go. But I'm not sure what was in that suitcase, but there's loads of different themes, loads of different theories about it here and now.
Mm.
Like I say, there was a soul theory, there was a gold theory. But I can't imagine. I really can't imagine.
I tell you who it wasn't. It wasn't Bruce Willis anymore. Or Christopher Walken. That's for sure.
That was the best bit, wasn't it?
Yeah, the boxer and the army.
The boxer and Christopher Walken. What was he called? Colonel. Did they call him Colonel Kurtz in it?
Really?
After Kurtz?
You went that far? Jesus, hang on.
No, I don't know, but it was definitely Colonel somebody. I might have just been making that up. But I do like he stuck this up his ass, little man. Trying to do a Christopher. I can't do a Christopher Walken impression. I'm terrible at impressions. Obviously, because I've got a regional accent, I can't do impressions very well. But
yeah, same as.
But now I give it to you, little man. It's fucking awesome. Pardon my language.
Captain Coons.
Captain Coons, that was it. Captain Coons, yeah, not Kurtz. Coons.
Captain Coons, Captain Coons, calling Captain Coons. Wake up now. Oh, sorry, Dr. Jones.
Was that flipping we just singing the what do you call him? Flipping
Aqua.
I am a Bobby. Let's go party.
Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones.
I like
Dr. Jones.
Can you remember that one they did? If only I could stay for the night. If only I could turn back time. You remember?
Sure.
Was it? No, that wasn't Sure.
Believe.
No, that was Do You Be. I'm not going to sing. Every stream I end up singing somehow, but I'm sure.
At least sing something we all know.
I'm sure Aqua did Turn Back Time. Not Turn Back Time. If only I could turn back time. Sure did.
Yeah, because they did Barbie Girl and then they did Dr. Jones. And
for some reason, I've got their album twice.
Okay. Which
is weird. I've got Aqua's album twice. I think somebody probably just gave it to us as a silly present, and then somebody else gave it to us.
Okay.
I remember the music video was like her through CCTV cameras and stuff walking around the town.
Turn Back Time. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
See?
John's secretly a 90s pop fan.
This head isn't just full of trivia about about rubbish. I actually know about Aqua as well.
So we've come to the movie now that
cheers.
Job and Peter are best friends, and their friendship is not going to be tested just yet. But
I mean, just look at that cast there on that lawn: Jeffrey Lewis, Pierce Brosnan, and Jeff Fahey, and the kid from Last Action Hero. I mean, that's a great cast.
Don't forget the dad.
And the guy. I mean, he's just awesome. He totally tops it off. That guy with a yellow helmet on there. If he wasn't in this,
he's got the stance like
it just wouldn't have the. I mean, look at that man. He made this film. That guy. Look at the way that he's just, he's got his shirt there.
He's acting. He's projecting. He's like channeling his something.
Look at him, man. He's miles away, and you can see the reaction there on Pierce's face.
No, generally it is actually really good acting.
And in fact, I think, on that Blu-ray, I think Pierce said if it wasn't for that hard hat guy, I wouldn't have been able to give half the performance.
Okay. So that's why he's reaching for the Bushmills there. Oh, right, okay.
Oh, exactly, man. Exactly. Here, cheers, Pierce. That's the second time he's taken a drink. We'll have to take a drink every time Pierce does.
Okay. We'll be drunk. We'll be rat or something like he is something.
Well, that wouldn't be bad. Oh, that's a tough one here and now. Christopher Walken's best
That's a
film.
controversial topic there here now.
That's a tough one. I mean, he's up there, top 5. George
Mm.
C. Scott, man. Christopher Walken's right there next to him. It's one of the, in my opinion, is one of
Best
the best
film
actors.
though.
Oh man, At Close Range is amazing. The one with him and Sean Penn, when Sean Penn's his son, and they're stealing the tractors out in the countryside.
Because I have an app on my phone for
James Foley film.
actors and stuff.
Oh, my Dead Zone. There's so many good ones. Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
I mean, he did that fantastic one, American Murder, which is so cool. And McBain. I mean, King of New York, obviously. I mean, that's I actually have. I keep saying I've got the posters framed. Honestly, people, I'm not lying. I collect movie posters. I've got them all over the house, all the way up the stairs, downstairs, upstairs. I love them. And I've got a King of New York. It's a small one, but it's the one from the video shop where he's standing like this, and they've obviously painted the Magnum in his hand. You know, he's like, but man, it's a cool poster. I mean, that was the one that made us think he was the coolest, I think, when I was a kid.
Well, I'll throw 3 out there.
Yeah.
And you can choose, right?
And you can kiss my ass.
Yeah. It's my grades, boy.
Kiss my grades.
Dead Zone.
Which one? Sorry, I was...
Dead Zone.
Oh, Dead Zone, yeah. Cronenberg.
Deer Hunter.
Deer Hunter, Cimino, yeah.
Right? Or The Prophecy.
Oh, man. I should have gotten The Prophecy. That's a really good one. The Prophecy is a really good one. Shh.
Yes. Oh, he's so good in that.
Oh, I should have got that one. You beat us.
There like, somewhere.
You beat me.
I would say for a less than leading kind of role, The Prophecy for sure.
Oh,
but as a lead role, oh, it's so difficult.
Oh man, that bit though, man, the prophecy. Fuck, it's the prophecy. The first prophecy is so good.
It's
like,
yeah.
I mean, it's not. You've got Elias Cortez, Virginia Madsen, Eric Stoltz, Christopher Walken. It's just incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Vigo's the devil, right? Vigo's the devil, and he's like,
yeah, that's right, yeah,
like one of the coolest devils.
In the desert, he looks like a dog.
Oh, he's so good. Vigo's again. Vigo being that top 5 fist, I think. Christopher Walken, George C. Scott, and Vigo, they're 3 of the best. Like,
but it's hard. That is a really good question here and now.
It is Christopher Walken. I mean, I'd probably say I've watched King of New York the most.
Yeah.
He also did another couple of films with Ferrara, and Ferrara is one of my favorite directors here and now. We'll probably talked about it. I love The Funeral he did with Abel Ferrara. He did Nero's Hotel, which is based on a William Gibson story, which kicks ass, which kind of ties in with Lawnmower Man because it's a William Gibson kind of cyberpunk story.
Yeah.
And Nero's Hotel with him and Willem Dafoe, and a gorgeous and great actress. I'm not just saying gorgeous, I'm saying great actress. Asia Argento is in that, and she is amazing in Nero's Hotel. That was a film that I realized that she was so great, like as an actress. She's just great. I mean, I grew up kind of watching her in bit parts because she did a couple of scenes when she was a kid and that, but when I saw her in Nero's Hotel, I was like, she's awesome. And then a couple of years later, she was in Romero's Land of the Dead. But it was Abel Ferrara, Christopher Walken, Willem Dafoe. I mean, she's in a room. She's like, must be in her 20s. And she's in a room with Christopher Walken and Willem Dafoe. And you're looking at her. I mean, that's good acting, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when you're in a room with them two, and it was like, but that's the whole point. And Ferrara cast her perfectly because she's kind of supposed to do that. But Walken's amazing in that. He wears this kind of white linen suit. He walks with a cane. It's like, he's so cool. But that bit, the Dead Zone, man, the ice is gonna break. It's so cool in the Dead Zone. The Deer Hunter, not so much. I'm not a Michael Cimino. I love Year of the Dragon.
Yes.
And I really like the remake he did of Desperate Hours with Mickey Rourke, because Mickey Rourke's one of my all-time favorites as well. So I really like the Year of the Dragon he did with Cimino and Desperate Hours. But Deer Hunter is one of them films that I think is obviously beautiful, and it's an awesome film. But for me, it could have been a TV series or a mini series rather than a movie. Just because of the time it went on and the time it spends with the families and stuff. I mean, John Cazale was great at that. Greg Cavatina, the John Williams.
I think that's the thing. You see, Cimino did make epic movies.
He tried. He kind of tried and failed. I mean, personally, I don't think the Deer Hunter is as great as everybody thinks it is. The performances are. I mean, what do you remember when you remember Deer Hunter? You remember the
Russian roulette.
Russian roulette, right? That's like 2 minutes of the film, if that. The rest of the film is people in the mountains walking around.
Yeah.
Meryl Streep marrying him. You know, De Niro running down the street naked. Oh, here and now, check it out. The prophecy's great. It's about angels fighting each other on Earth.
Yeah.
And Christopher Walken plays Gabriel, right? He's Gabriel.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, Gabriel. But
And
I once
Michael.
it's great. Check it out.
He's a teacher.
Oh, it's fantastic. Eric Stoltz is great too. It's a really great film. Really great. I mean the sequels. You've got Eric Roberts pops up in one of the sequels. He does a really good turn in one of the sequels. Gabrielle, the third one's pretty much about Christopher Walken, and if it wasn't for him being in it, it might not be the best film ever. But the first one is magnificent. 2 and 3 are okay because Christopher Walken's in them. But Eric Roberts does a good turn in 2, I think it is. But the first one's, I say masterpiece a lot because I love everything about film on here and now. But there it is. But it's a great film. It is. And it's a great series. There's a 4 as well, The Ascent, right?
There's 4 and 5. 3's The Ascent.
3's The Ascent, right? I think they're the 3 I've got. I don't think I even bought 4 and 5.
I don't. I can't find them anywhere, to be honest with you.
But I did see them. I saw them on VHS. It must have been VHS, right? It must have been VHS.
Yeah. I actually only found out about because I've been looking for 4 and 5 for years.
Oh, yeah?
Because I knew they existed, but I only found out you can get them from America, but they're region 1 or region A. If you get the
I must have seen them on video at one point. I didn't see them on TV. It must have been
video. Direct to video, I think.
But I mean, I would watch anything. It was like back in the day. I mean, when I was a kid, it was literally to give pardon me, like on a paper round or like the money I would get, like pocket money from my parents, I would spend it all on films. And I would just buy anything that was, I used to buy X rentals, anything. I would just buy anything. So, I mean, that's how I saw a lot of those kind of video store films, But this is what was good about Lawnmower Man was a proper video store rental. That's how people saw it. It kind of didn't do too well at the cinema, but it was on video. It was on video.
They didn't market it well.
They marketed it as a Stephen King film, didn't they?
Yeah.
And he sued them, right, to get his name taken off it.
That's right. Yeah.
Eventually, so
then they released it on home video
as
Stephen King's The Lawnmower Man.
Yes, so I remember. Again. I do remember that. I have a VHS of it somewhere that has that on it, and I think I also have a VHS poster in one of those tubes of The Lawnmower Man that has it's Stephen King, but it's like printed on.
Yeah,
it's totally wrong for the poster. It looks like typewriter shit. Like, pardon me.
Oh, okay.
Typewriter font, like they've just put it on. It was bad, like, but then he sued them, won, and got it taken off because it was nothing to do with his story at all.
No,
but they bought the rights to the time. But I'm sure that they did the same with Children of the Corn. That's why I brought it up. It was Stephen King's Children of the Corn. They didn't just buy the Children of the Corn title. They bought Stephen King's Children of the Corn.
Yeah,
the studio, so they could release it as that. And I think they did
the same as Firestarter as well.
Oh, same with Firestarter.
Because obviously, they'd done Carrie, they'd done Salem's Lot, they did The Shining, they did though. Cat's Eye and all that.
Oh, Cat's Eye, Louis Teague, it's great. I mean, the studios must have been clamoring for Stephen King stuff.
Oh, sure.
There must have been. I mean, I'm sure they still are.
Well, the thing is, you see, we watched their The Long Walk a few weeks ago.
Still haven't seen it yet. I've read the book, the Bagman book.
To be honest, Lexi was asking me loads of questions. It was like, why are they walking? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? And I had to make up some kind of story because it's not really explained in the novel. So I just said it's like they're children of rebels and because of the Civil War and all that.
Well, as far as I know, there's no war in the future. It's the same as the Running Man. There's kind of no wars because they give people these violent sports.
Yeah.
And they pick children as if it's this government giving these kids a chance. I mean, they're all gutter kids. None of them are posh kids. Right? Am I right in that?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say gutter kids. That's a horrible term to use. I apologize. That was the wrong term to use.
But they're not.
They're all
class.
they're all kind of lower class children. Yeah.
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 Lower middle class or
Yeah.
lower. Yeah.
I apologize for that. That was the wrong terminology I used there. But and so they're kind of saying everybody's got a chance to win, you know.
Mm.
But I mean, the one thing that stands out, I remember reading the Bachman books. I was on holiday on the Isle of Arran, of all places.
Hey.
And there was only a couple of things to do there. There was only a couple of pubs, and they shut at like 11
A
o'clock.
couple of pubs.
That's it. And they shut at like 11 o'clock. So there's a nice castle there, I remember, but like out on the water.
Mm.
But anyway, like I went back to the hotel. I was sitting and I just read the Bachman books like during that holiday. I remember reading The Long Walk, and I remember how vulgar it was.
Mm.
Like lots of swearing, lots of people defecating, and like lots of people, letting go of their bodily functions. And
Yes.
I remember reading that because they're on this long walk, and people getting cramps in their toes, and they can't go further because they've got this cramp in the toe. And I remember that, and people trying to help each other, and then there's the guys who won't help each other, and it was. I remember enjoying it, but my favorite one from the Bachman books was Rage. I think that was my favorite one.
You see, I think right. You know the story why King used the pseudonym Richard Bachman, yeah?
Yeah, he just wanted to see if he could write under a different name, right? And it wasn't just his name that was selling the stories.
Well, it's partly that, and also because he was only allowed 2 books a year from to publish 2 books a year from Doubleday or whatever
All right.
contract he was with. So he used a different name for that, and as you say, see if he can get under a different, success with 6. But the thing is, Bachman's books were more gritty because King didn't like that kind of thing, so he made it into. It's kind of like In the Dark Half, the film, where Thad Beaumont,
it
says about how he's
Richard Stark.
Yeah, how Stark could write things he couldn't.
Well, Richard Stark, Richard Bachman.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But that is great. I love it. I mean, that's one of the things I love about Stephen King. It's obviously not in The Lawnmower Man because he doesn't really write this kind of stuff. But he does write pretty personal novels, and I always kind of like that.
He has written sci-fi to an extent, but nothing like.
There was a great sci-fi story I liked when it was about time travel, and you were traveling from planet to planet.
Oh, okay.
And I remember that it was almost, it's like a Twilight Zone episode, and the dad says to the son, don't open your eyes or something when you time travel, and he opens his eyes and he gets like shot into oblivion, the kid. I can't remember the story, but he did write some good sci-fi, he did.
But he time travel with 11/22/63.
Yeah, great.
I actually watched that last night and Thursday night, the miniseries. And first time after reading the book and all this.
Oh, it's not bad.
It's actually really good.
No, James Franco was really good in it. Scott Glenn was the store owner as well, right? Wasn't he?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Scott Glenn was really good in it. I'm just looking at Jenny right there coming in. I knew her from Near Dark. I know I already mentioned that, but I love Near Dark, and it was so great to see her in another film. She's
the cream on the bun is kind of symbolic. By the way. Or sandwich he's eating, sorry.
Do you think her sucking a peach is symbolic there as well?
Could be. Could be a banana. Maybe a bit more suggestive. But
what's that? Taste like a peach? Was that True Romance? Here and Now. Taste like a peach. It was, wasn't it? That's what Dennis Hopper says when he kisses Patricia Arquette. He goes, tastes like a peach. And he walks away. I'm sure he does. I'm sure he kisses her and then walks away and goes, tastes like a peach. Oh, there's a sweating Pace. Can't ask for more.
I feel sorry for Job.
Oh, Job, I know. Pace is like he's almost like a mad scientist with his Frankenstein, isn't he?
Yeah, isn't he?
No, he totally is. He's giving him far too much.
And again, you could actually work that way because it is like a Frankenstein story. Like, who's the monster? The man or...
Oh, totally, Pace.
Well, who becomes...
Pace is doing this because he's a drunken, chain-smoking, horrible scientist.
Yeah.
I mean, it's totally his fault, all this. None of this would happen if it wasn't for him.
And same with Pimps.
His funding gets cancelled, and he has to try and, he wants to continue his research.
And they won't do human experiments, so he takes it to who he thinks would be the perfect subject. Blah blah blah.
Not a very nice man.
No. And I think, did you mention earlier about he was in John McTiernan movie? I think I heard you say.
Oh yeah, Nomads. We're talking
Yeah.
about Nomads. Collector Adams just hasn't just bought it, but he bought it.
Oh right, yeah. I thought I heard something about it.
That's one of my favorite Pierce Brosnan films. It's a great film.
I actually The Long Good Friday. I love him in that.
Long Good Friday is amazing.
Yeah,
I love that score. The score from The Long Good Friday. It's so good. That it's a great score. That so good. Was it Mike Newell who did Long Good Friday?
the director.
The director. It was really good movie. Long Good Friday.
Jesus! Yeah.
I think that'd been I think after Excalibur, that was the next thing I saw Helen Mirren in was Long Good Friday. And I always remembered one of the guys from Casualty was in it. Did you guys watch Casualty in Ireland?
Yeah, we had it, but
what
John McKenzie it was.
John McKenzie. Yeah, it was John McKenzie. Yes, of course.
Yeah, we had it on. It was on BBC Northern Ireland. Yeah.
I love Casualty. The main doctor's the guy who gets stabbed in the throat with a glass by Bob Hoskins, like he's kind of second in command.
Oh, it's definitely a good gangster film, right? That's for sure.
Oh, Long Good Friday can't be beaten. It's really good. And of course, 6 Degrees of Separation. Who's the hitman in the car at the end? Mr. Pierce himself.
Well, he got a bit typecast there, didn't he?
Well, it's a non-speaking role. I don't think he says anything in the whole of Long Good Friday, but
he doesn't know. He just comes out of this, in the swimming pool, and then he does speak in a taxi, doesn't he?
No, he doesn't say anything. He just literally puts the gun on him in the back of it. Turns around, puts the gun on him. I think.
That's how I thought.
Do you not think it's one of the best endings in movie history? That when Bob Hoskins is just sitting there going, "Fuck," and the credits rolling.
Everything's worked for, and everything's gone.
It's gone. The credit you can see him just going, "Man, like man, if only I'd like in the car." It's such a great. It just stays on him for the full credits.
I think here now agrees with us there. Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic. Like it is. It's really fantastic here now. About as fantastic as these amazing computer graphics we're watching now. Reminds us of Wipeout. Can you remember Wipeout on PS1?
Yes,
I think it was.
Play that on the PlayStation. Yeah.
Reminds us of Wipeout.
Actually, I was looking for a song we could play. Before the stream started, but I ended up using one of Lexi's.
I thought it was fantastic, that music on the stream at the beginning where the countdown. That was Lexi's music.
Yeah.
Lexi's a great composer. It sounded like John Carpenter, man. It was fantastic.
It does. That's what I said to her, yeah.
It was really
Lexi's
good.
my wife, by the way, in case you're wondering who we're on about.
Yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it.
But no, she used inspiration from Airwolf.
My camera's lost the focus there. I'm not sure how to get it back.
You got it. Yeah, you're fine now. Yeah, you're grand. I'm sitting way back, because the screen, I have the screen angled.
I keep messing around with this camera. It was supposed to be a good one. It was a Logicam something or other that I bought. It's a Logi.
Yeah, that's what I got as well. Yeah, Logi HD 920 or something.
I mean, the colors look okay, but I don't know if I'm 100% happy with it. But I've been thinking about getting one of those Job, one of those Job cameras.
The ones you kind of mount on your head.
Yeah, the ones that connect us to the whole world.
The ring out at the end of the phone's ringing at the end of the world.
Oh, look at this nasty priest! Look at this nasty priest.
But you see how jacked he is, right?
We don't have any Coke, but there's a Pepsi machine down the corridor.
Oh, very good. 10 out of 10 here now. Very good.
Smooth criminal.
But see how jacked he is.
Oh, Fahey was always gorgeous, right? Man. He always had
just right. Do you think the drugs did that?
No, he was always like that.
No, but I mean, in the character.
No, I don't think so. I think he's just realizing now that he has that body because he works out. He's a hard worker. That's why he's got that body.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like Conan, when he's pushing that wheel for 50 years or whatever.
That's right. Yeah.
It's 50 years, 20 years.
Yeah,
He's always been a hard worker, Job, and that's how he's got that body.
And for some reason, he's jacked like Arnie Schwarzenegger for some reason. I don't know how, but 20 years.
Oh, it was so sad. I was watching an interview the other day. I think it was Howard Stern with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And he said, how do you feel about getting old? And Schwarzenegger said, it's different for me, because, and it was a little bit big-headed of him, I guess, to say. But he said, it's different for me because normal people, they've got a shitty body. And then when they get older, it just gets shittier. But he says, for me, I looked in the mirror and I saw a perfect body. It was symmetrical. I didn't have any fat. It was perfect. And he says, now I've got to live with the fact that my body is getting worse and worse and worse, and I can't ever have that back.
But you know what he's doing, though?
And I was like, well, Arnie, that's not just you. I just said, I was fucking pretty and skinny when I was 20. Do you know what I mean?
Well, by the time I was...
I tell a lie. I wasn't skinny.
I was svelte in my early 20s.
I've seen photographs.
In my late 20s, and then I've kind of on since. But I was going to say...
Well, I think you're gorgeous.
No. Do you know what actually Arnie's doing? I don't know if you got the ads in England, but he's doing Lidl ads for Parkside there.
I did. I saw them.
Oh my God, they're good. Right. They're funny.
He's always been funny. I remember during lockdown, I used to love watching his Twitter and his Instagram feed. He was always outside with his donkey and stuff, and doing this crazy stuff.
No, he got that from the island.
Oh, look at that, man. Jenny Wright checking out Job's ass there in the mirror.
Not the only one.
See, now he's starting to get smooth. Look, he's brushed his hair now.
Yeah, that's nice. But still, he's a bit naive, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, he is, but
he's like, but your man, I forget the character's name. The brother of the priest.
Jeffrey Lewis.
Yeah, just go for it,
Oh, well, he's the good character.
Yeah, he's the good side of the brothers.
It's really horrible when he goes later on. It's like he's the nicest character in the village. It's crazy. That's what I love about talking about different decades and that here and now, and what you love about cinema. It's like the 90s was really unashamed about there was a good guy, there was a bad guy. That there was a promiscuous girl, there was a promiscuous guy. It was you get those stereotypes like we had in the Scary Movie kind of movies in the 2000s. I mean, all that comes from the 90s. It was you get that from the slasher films, a little bit later on, not so much earlier on, but later on you started to get real stereotypical characters, and you knew that if somebody had sex, they were going to die, But Lawnmower Man does that really well. It's got a whole kind of village of characters, but they're all evil. Yeah. They're all evil apart from Jeffrey Lewis, every character.
Well, no one's in all.
Oh, look at that stare. Did you see it?
Yeah.
He's going to get him.
I wouldn't say they're all evil, though. I would say, the kind of manipulative.
Manipulative's a good word, yeah. I like that. Manipulative, yeah. Manipulative.
But no, I think he does look cute there. With his book teeth kind of showing a bit.
Are you kidding? Those two guys in that car, man. If I was hitchhiking, I'd like to get in that back seat.
He's disgusted by that. He's like, what the fuck? Oh, but come on, I think the two of them would have made a kind of a interesting couple.
Well, it's different decades, isn't it? It's different. It is. I mean, this is what leading men looked like in 1994, 95, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what do leading men look like now?
It's
different. There's a different idea of masculinity now. It's totally different, right?
Yeah. Brosnan carries the kind of smart look.
Yeah.
But
he was trying to. I mean, I was watching the special feature on that Blu-ray I mentioned earlier on, the 101, and Pierce was saying, the director Brett Leonard was saying, he said what really tried to rough Pierce Brosnan up because he had that really pretty boy look. So I said, okay, we'll give him an earring, we'll grow him some stubble, we'll make his hair washed out a bit. And he said, no matter what angle we shot him from, we couldn't make him look like not gorgeous. And that was coming from the director. He was like, I was so flipping But I mean, do you get that now? Leading
No,
men. I mean, he was.
everybody's clean cut.
I mean, I think both of these guys are kind of in the tradition of Gregory Peck, or they've got that kind of. Do you not reckon? Like the kind of
Yeah.
classic leading man,
Hmm.
leading man
The
persona.
chiseled look.
Yeah, the chiseled look. Yeah, chiseled look. And I mean, now I'm not. I love films now. For example, I just watched Dune Part 2 and I loved it the other day. I hadn't seen it yet, and Timothy Chalamet is great.
Yeah, but I think you see the character
He's a good
from
lead.
his movies.
Yeah,
He's meant to be a teenager, so he's kind of like he is young.
but I also watched him in A Rainy Day in New York, the Woody Allen film.
Okay.
And he was fantastic in that. I mean, I know there was a lot of controversy because he refused to take a paycheck because there was some stuff about Woody Allen in the news there, which we won't go into because I think everybody knows.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to get into that conversation because
Yeah.
that's for a different time. But Timothy Chalamet was really good in that. And I remember back in the day seeing him when he did Call Me by Your Name because I'm a massive James Ivory fan, like huge. When I was at college, I wrote a paper about Merchant Ivory films. I really studied their work. And Merchant Ivory were a married couple who made the most successful director-producer partnership in all time, ever.
Yeah.
I think it was like 50 years. But James Ivory wrote Call Me By Your Name about his experiences when he was a young guy, and Timothy Chalamet nailed that film. And I mean, so he's a leading man that's different than these guys. I watched that Bob Dylan film recently, and he was the best thing about it. So he would go here with the spandex suits that I mentioned. I don't think I could squeeze into one of them. But again, hey, the graphics, man, they fit the movie. I don't know how people can think they're bad. It looks right. But those suits were so cool. We're talking about how they designed them and they put this kind of lead piping on them so that when you shine the light on them, it will go fluorescent and shit. It's so cool. I like the look of it.
Yeah.
I mean, the colors are gorgeous. I just don't get it. I don't get why people say, oh, it looks really dated. I don't think it does. It suits the movie.
I'm getting MC Escher vibes from that.
Oh, totally, yeah.
But no, I met the cat in there, so.
I always like to use my imagination, though. I mean, even then, when I was a kid watching these films for the first time, I like to use my imagination a lot, you know? It's my second favorite muscle to exercise. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? It is. I like to use my imagination in films. I really do. And I think a lot of the time when people see all the graphics are bad, it's almost like a shortcut to thinking, you know, well, think a little bit, you know, use your imagination. But there is examples, like maybe it's the Scorpion King, where it went too far and the graphics were so bad that it took you out of the story.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
I know that. Yeah, I know the scene you're on about, yeah.
Whereas this never takes us out of the story. It never does. It fits the story.
But as I said earlier, that's what we thought VR would be like.
Oh, well, it is. It was at first.
A 3D landscape, a 3D world.
It was at first. Can you remember? It was at
first?
Yeah,
I do remember it, yeah.
I mean, I was really interested in this because I was a student at uni when all this was really starting to get big. And I went to, me and Nastya went to an exhibition that was, you could walk on the moon using VR headsets.
Oh, brilliant.
So it was like, oh, cool. And this was kind of the first thing we'd done ever with that. And I mean, it was like people were being sick. People were falling over because they were trying to reach out and, you know, do things. But man, it was incredible. So we're starting on Earth. Then it took you out of Earth. Then it showed you all the satellites around the Earth.
Cool.
Like all the space junk and stuff. And you could go and have a look and zoom in on them. And then it took you to the moon and you could bounce and walk on the moon. I mean, I took the headsets off for a while and looked around. You could see people like kind of bouncing and stuff. And people didn't quite know how to work with it. It was so cool. It still is cool. Yeah. And I'm sure it is just about as cool as Jenny Wright right there.
Oh boy.
I'll have a glass of lemonade, Jenny. I love this. Go on, Joe. Go on, Joe.
You're pulled, lad. You're pulled. And then we flicked her. I was like,
oh, I was like, what should I do? She's like, come along, son.
I don't think she's after.
I didn't like the Dylan film Here and Now, but I liked his performance in it. As a film, it was okay. It was like God, that was horrible. That
is that what it's called?
That was horrible. Sorry, but no, it was okay. It was as far as biopics go, it was okay. I mean, they could have. Dylan wrote that great book, Here and Now, the Chronicles, Bob Dylan Chronicles, about that time in his life. And they could have followed that and made a really great film, and they chose to like kind of deviate from it. I mean, all that stuff with Woody Guthrie and Bob Seger and the host. Bob Seger. Down on Main Street. Pete Seeger. All that stuff with Pete Seeger.
Bob Seger, yeah, it's a different person altogether.
Totally different person now. He's the guy that did flipping. What's Pete Bob Seger's most famous song? I thought it Down on Main Street first.
I don't know.
There's some really famous ones. But anyway, it was Pete Seeger. But that never happened, you know? And it was like, as a fan watching it, maybe it's because I'm a Dylan fan here and now, you know? It was just like, oh, man, that never happened. What are you talking about? And that bit when he gave Woody Guthrie the mouth organ back, and then it was like, what is this rubbish? You know, it was just blah. From a fan's point of view, it was just blah. But from a filmmaking point of view, Chalamet was good. He learned to play the guitar for the movie, which is very impressive, and he nailed those songs. Didn't sing them like Dylan, but he sang them in his own kind of way, which I liked. I
saw the trailer for it, and I did buy it to be able to have to watch it.
It's worth a watch. It's definitely worth a watch, Kerry. I mean, any film's worth a watch once. Any film. It is. It's the guy Foley actually who did the film I mentioned earlier, At Close Range. Christopher Walken. It's the director. He did the Walk the Line movie as well. The one with
the Johnny Cash biopic.
With Joaquin Phoenix and who with the pointy chin, Reese Witherspoon. And it was great. Reese Witherspoon.
That was a good biopic, yeah.
That was the movie that made me think she was really good. That she did a film called SFW with Stephen Dorff as well. And must have been the early 90s. That was kind of one of the first times I saw her. And I thought, wow, she's great. And then she did a film.
Early 90s? She must be very young.
She was like really young. It's a teenage film. It's like about, you know, kind of late teenage films, about that kind of angsty 90s Kurt Cobain kind of grunge rock time. Awesome movie. I recommend it to everybody out there. I was going to say out there in the boneyard there, but everybody out there, SFW, fantastic film. And she's great in it. And then I saw her in Freeway with Kiefer Sutherland, which is kind of Little Red Riding Hood, but on the freeway in America, which is really, really, really fun film. And I remember seeing that on video. And then I didn't see her for a while. At maybe Cruel Intentions after that.
Yeah, she did that 99. Then she did Legally Blonde.
Legally Blonde. I didn't really watch Legally Blonde at that time. I was getting into. Well, I was getting a little bit older and going out clubbing, I think, when Legally Blonde came out. But then I saw her in Walk the Line, and it made us remember how much I'd liked her before.
Yeah,
because she nailed June Carter Cash. It was. I mean, I don't know.
Definitely, yeah.
It was just really good. It was a really good performance.
And she showed she actually could sing as well.
Oh, she can really. Well, she grew up in. From what I understand, she kind of grew up in that kind of Britney Spears pageant type world, didn't she? Like where they have to perform and sing and all that. Yeah, so right from being a kid. I mean, Kurt Russell did. I remember reading about Kurt Russell.
Right, he did, yeah.
And he was a Disney star, trained actor, and you know there was a lot of them like that who were really good actors because they trained their whole lives. You know.
Yeah, and he did Elvis before with Carpenter before, you know, to get away from Disney, I think.
All the miniseries.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a really good scene in that when he's talking to his shadow, I remember. And it's like, because Elvis had a brother who died.
That's right, yes.
I think it might have been at birth. And
I wouldn't know exactly, but he did have a brother who passed, yeah.
But it was such a powerful scene that I remember. And it was like, well, it wasn't the moment I liked Kurt Russell. The moment I fucking fell in love with Kurt Russell was Big Trouble in Little China. It's like one of the best movies ever made. But I mean, so is everything he ever did with Carpenter, to be fair. You got The Thing and Escape from New York and Big Trouble in Little China. I mean, Escape from LA. Is that it? What else did they do? Did they do anything else together? But I love all of those movies.
No, don't think so.
And sorry?
I was going to say, the first film I saw him in was Overboard.
Oh, with Goldie Hawn and Malcolm McDowell.
Well, yeah.
Sorry, Roddy McDowell, not Malcolm McDowell. Roddy McDowell.
Another a different person altogether.
Totally different person altogether.
Yes. But you can imagine Malcolm McDowell as a butler in the white.
I can imagine him as like a scheming butler.
Yes.
As a butler who's thinking, one day when you're asleep, I'm going to get you. It is
Takes a
brilliant
troubled
here
man,
now.
that's Pete Seeger. Yeah.
It takes a troubled man. Yes, man. Pete Seeger. Aye. To sing a troubled song takes a troubled man, and I won't be troubled long.
You sing it again. Mute.
I mute him. He's got the singing on again.
Yeah, mutey.
Oh, I love this when Job's listening to the CDs at like 2 million times a second. He starts listening. It's Beethoven. It's like just listening to things.
Yep.
Oh, this
Crap.
is cool. I'm sure this happens, this scene. I really like when the world kind of waves in and out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's this scene. When he's
It
like,
is, yeah.
when his head starts to hurt and like goes. It's like the reality.
Yeah, he's like, he's maturing, and it's hence
But
he
he-
gives the comic books away and all that.
But he totally trips out here, and I'm sure the
Yeah.
world like kind of goes wavy for a second.
It does.
And I remember really liking this. I'm just gonna
Yeah, here you go.
okay. Yeah, I'm sure something happens here. Like
You all right there, Joe?
maybe.
Yeah, there you go. Look at it. Oh, that's
Yeah,
a perfect point of view, isn't it?
Oh, I love that, man. I love this. And yeah, the eyes look beautiful, didn't they? Oh,
Yeah.
look at that. The zoom.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool.
It is like really, really good. Like,
It's so cool.
captures how he's feeling, you know.
Yeah.
He's got all the information in the world. He can hear things now, and he shouldn't be able to hear.
Well, he's becoming part of the fabric of the universe.
Yeah. Go on, Pete. Just help your mate. Help your friend. He's like,
And see, that's why I love this movie. That was a great scene.
yeah.
I mean, that's so great. We're so lucky to have flipping had so many great ideas, men, back then.
Mm.
I shouldn't say ideas, men. I should say idea smiths, because Brett
right.
Leonard actually wrote this with his writing partner.
Yeah.
And
But the thing is,
what was her name who wrote this with him? I'm gonna get it because she's as much to do with it as he is. He had a writing partner for the rest of his films. I think they were engaged at the time. They did.
right.
I wish I could remember. I watched that flipping making of like 2 days ago in preparation for this, and I can't remember anything about it. That's what happens when you drink Estrella during a stream.
Well, if you're advertising Australia, I'm going to advertise Lock Gill, APA from Sligo.
Is it Gimel Everett? Because they did Lawnmower Man, Virtuosity, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Yeah, I think that was her. So, and then she passed away. Yes. So, yeah, I'm guessing she was his producing partner, because they did Hideaway as well. Oh, Hideaway! Right, now's the time. So
Yes.
we're working Hideaway together. Here's a film I wanted to mention. Hideaway. Now, this was Brett Leonard's next movie after Lawnmower Man, and I love this movie. I love this movie. It was just one of those late night films that I happened to catch on the television. And Jeff Goldblum's ripped to the max in this. You've got Alicia Silverstone, Alfred Molina, Jeremy Sisto playing this effed up serial killer. It's based on a Dean Koontz book. It's such a great movie, this. It really is. It's great. Have I mentioned this already?
No, you mentioned off stream.
I mentioned it off stream. I just wanted to double check that. But everybody, check this out if you get the chance. If you like Lawnmower Man, this is not better, but as equally good. It's a great film by Brett Leonard and his producing partner, Gimel Everett. It was so good. Trevor Jones does the soundtrack. Hideaway. It was Alicia Silverstone, fresh off Clueless. If you have a look at the artwork, her name's not even mentioned. It's Christine Lady, who is, I think she's Goldblum's wife in this, if I remember rightly. But you'll know her from, what was she in? Run on Empty and The Doctor. Great actress. But this is a fantastic movie. I can't recommend it enough. You've got to put up with some of the same kind of graphics, because Brett Leonard was kind of getting known for it after Lawnmower Man. So there's a few
Virtuosity as well.
But it's a computer-generated version of hell. And, man, that's interesting. It is. But this movie stayed with me forever. One of those movies I saw when I was a kid. It's not hard to find. You can get DVD, and I think there was a German Blu-ray, right? Did you see Spanish Blu-ray of this? But I did want to bring some attention to it because I think it's a fantastic movie. And it was from that kind of 90s period we're talking about, actually, here and now. It's kind of got a proper 90s vibe. is like the killer's Jeremy Sisko's like a goth. He wears long black leather jackets and dark glasses, and he's got that whole Marilyn Manson kind of thing going from that time. But man, great movie. I'd love to hear if anybody's got any love for that movie out there in movie land and YouTube land, because I love that film so much. But I wanted to draw attention to it. So that was Brett Leonard's next film, and it's a great film.
Cool.
Well, Dean Koontz, he had his fair share of kind of AI generated horrors, right?
Yeah, he did in Demon Seed and
Demon Seed, yes. Dean Koontz did Demon Seed, yes.
Yeah. That's a weird ass movie too.
It is a weird film.
I love it, but it's I was going to actually mention that, how, like, this is, virtual reality, but we're in the age now of AI technology.
Yes.
Where, Demon Seed is what 1970s it was published, so 1979, 78.
Yeah,
the film was out.
Well, the film looks very 70s. I mean, it was.
Yeah, it was the 70s, but
so
that's what 50 years later. Like, it
must be. I'll do a quick check, but it must be. It must have been the 70s, because I mean,
78. I think it was.
Julie Christie looks fantastic in it as well.
Yeah.
So 77, man.
Jesus.
You got Fritz Weaver.
Almost 50 years then.
You got Fritz Weaver in there from Creepshow as well.
Good connection, Stephen King.
Good connection, Stephen King. But yeah, Demon Seed. It was. She was so
such a good movie, and very prophetic as well.
Oh, totally. Aye. Totally. AI. Hey, see what I did then?
But then, right, on a slightly other tangent.
Yes.
Right, you've got Pierce Brosnan. Right, he's in the Simpsons episode. He plays the house.
Yeah, who falls in love with Marge.
Yeah, that's right, and that was based on Demon Seed.
I'd love to draw you a bath, Marge.
And it was based on the monitor was HAL based.
Aye.
But the story is based on Demon Seed.
Well, Demon Seed was. I got into sci-fi through True 4, Fahrenheit 451, and also the Ray Bradbury film that he directed, which is awesome. And also Logan's Run. I fell in love with Logan's Run at a very young age.
Logan's Run is awesome too.
Michael York and Jenny Agutter movie, directed by Michael Anderson. It's like, that movie is one of those movies that was just. I'll tell you what, there was a sleepover I had with a friend of mine who probably isn't watching this, but I'll see his name because we had so many good times together when we were kids. Daniel Rain lived a couple of doors down. Him and his sister Kimberly Rain as well were really close kids, like just a couple of doors down. And we were having like a 12-year-old sleepover one night, and there was a sci-fi triple bill on the TV, and it was Outland with Sean Connery.
Good show.
Which to this day is still one of my favorite action sci-fi movies ever made. Logan's Run, and then there was a remake of Lifeboat, the Hitchcock film. This was 93 about that time, called Life Pod, which is amazing. You've got Ron Silver, Robert Loggia, and CCH Pounder in this kind of in this remake of Lifeboat, but it's a sci-fi remake of Lifeboat called Life Pod. Amazing. And those three films kind of flipped my little mind. I fell in love with sci-fi after that kind of sleepover, watching those three movies on TV. And I remember saying to my dad, I love this Outland, I love this, I love that. My dad was like, oh, you'll probably like Demon Seed then. This is like a crazy 70s film from when I was how old was he then? No, he'd been a guy anyway, in his 20s, I guess, 30s by that point. And he was like, I watched this, it looked good. I saw this at the cinema. And he got us a video of it. Scared the shit out of us. I mean, Demon Seed's a scary film.
It is. It's like, and there's, the ending is, it is a downer.
Oh, totally.
You think it's before everything was revealed.
Right.
Julie Christie is like, she's that stressed, and then everything just goes, lets up. Everything simmers down. You should say, for a few minutes you think, okay, she's won, and then you hear the crying of the baby, and then the baby's born, and it's like,
and all that kind of metal.
The metal skin,
metal plating falls off.
Yeah, and then they take it off, and you see the skin. I was like, you're so happy because they lost a child, and they're going to have a human baby, and all this, and then you hear the computer's voice. It's like,
and then you hear the voice.
It is such a downer.
But we've always
it's accurate though it's accurate for the 70s.
We've always had a fear of it.
Sorry?
Oh, look at those special effects. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, on the hand, yeah.
Yeah, there's practical special effects. But I guess we've always had a fear of. I mean, we're talking a few weeks ago. I mean, you were talking about Colossus, the Forbin project,
That's right, yeah.
and that was in the 60s, right?
That was 70, 71.
1970, 71. And I mean, that was
Mhm.
about the fear of AI, about
Yes.
giving the computer control of, and I mean, that nuclear causes nuclear fallout.
Well, it communicates with the Russian one, and together they deem that man is the worst
Aye.
that they must get rid of.
But they have to keep the controller, and he's the last like guy on Earth.
Yes, yeah.
And then,
Well,
fuck, aye, it's so amazing that
aye,
film.
aye.
Aye,
Very good. Aye,
aye,
aye.
aye.
Uh-huh. John's a part-time comedian, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, at the moment, I'm just watching Jenny Wright watching Cats on the TV while giving Jeff Fahey a reach around by the looks of it.
Picked that up as well when I was in Birmingham.
This, oh, The Quiet Earth. That's great.
Yeah.
That's the Australian film,
Yeah,
right?
New Zealand,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That was great, The Quiet Earth. There was another really good one. The Australians did DEFCON 4.
Oh, right, I never heard that.
About the astronauts who were up on Earth and the kind of war breaks out. And when they come back to Earth, it's like Mad Max.
Oh, right, Jesus.
It was
That
really
fun,
good.
though.
Oh, the Australians, man, during that time, Australia, sorry. Australian film business was so alive.
Yeah, yeah.
Made so many great films at that point. Oh, this is apparently, I was reading on IMDb trivia earlier on, so it might be true, it might not be true, because it's IMDb. But apparently Jenny Wright got really sick in the gyro things that spin around. So she was like, they were doing that close-ups and stuff, and she was really sick, like when they were doing them. Because she was like, she couldn't handle the like motion of it all.
Oh, well, it would be kind of difficult, like, right? To be fair.
Oh, I'd love to give it a go.
Well, I know I get travel sick, so
I reckon it might be a bit tight around the old Johnson, though, with all them strings pulling it around. But I would give it a go.
It's definitely one way. It's kind of like in Demolition Man, you know how Sandra Bullock and Sylvester Stallone
have the sex with the helmets.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. What they would see.
Oh,
you know, it's like the flashing images and then the global thing.
That's so good. Do you know? Maybe it's. I mean, this is, I guess, me being an older guy now. But do you think it's because we were around at the time when these movies came out that we don't find them as? I mean, if a young film goer watch this now, do you think they could put up with these graphics? I've never spoke to anybody, say 25 or under, who's seen this movie. I've never spoken to anybody.
Because I would say they would see it as CGI, which it technically is, but I don't think they would appreciate it as much as we do.
No,
because it doesn't look realistic to them. You know.
Yeah.
Like you got the innuendo here. What
Well, I mean, even this is relevant because he's been inside her mind. He knows what she's afraid of.
Yes.
So he becomes this monster because he knows that's what she's afraid of.
Yeah, and
so now
it's a monster penis, So.
Oh well, yeah, totally. You're afraid of a monster
penis. She's afraid of.
Be like that penis. And can you remember Reanimator? I think it was Reanimator 3 when they were in Spain. The ones that Yuzna did, and there's like the reanimated penis.
I haven't seen that. I've only seen the original and Bride of.
Oh, so it'll be the one after that. The I can't remember what it's called. Beyond Reanimator, I think it's called.
Oh, yeah.
He is in the film, but he knows what she's afraid of because he's been in her mind. Yes. And I mean, the computer now knows what we're afraid of, and knows what we eat, and knows what we drink, and knows what we order from Just Eat, and knows what films we buy from eBay. It knows what friends we talk about, and knows what posts we like. Knows what music we'll listen to. I keep getting, like I say, Chris Isaak. I love Chris Isaak. And now when I go on YouTube or anywhere, Amazon Music, Spotify, it always pops up first. It's like, okay, listen, it knows what we like.
Algorithms.
We've got to figure out how to get into those algorithms.
Yeah.
I'm going to get myself a suit and some AI glasses, and I'll get in. I'll get inside the algorithm and I'll figure out how we can make this happen. Oh man, Job's on the edge there now. Oh look, she's gone. She's gone.
He's angry, but he's
He's
And then
totally
you cut
gone.
to
He's,
Pierce
he's
Brosnan.
brains fried. It's like he's brains fried at this point.
Yeah, I would say he's more angry because he feels he kind of hurt her.
Well, exactly. Now it flips because we've been calling Pierce Brosnan Frankenstein,
Yeah.
but now it kind of flips, and he's saying, "Look, we can't go any further. You know, he's going to hurt somebody."
Mm.
Chopper is an awesome Aussie movie here now. It's probably
Yeah.
in my opinion, it's probably one of the best Australian. I mean, there's a few. I love Daydream Believer. I really like Muriel's Wedding. Actually, I grew up at a time when Muriel's Wedding was popular all over the world. You know, I love that film.
Mm.
I like Baz Luhrmann's Strictly Ballroom. That was a
Yes.
big one on VHS. Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. That was another big one on VHS. That was Baz Luhrmann as well, right? Was that Baz Luhrmann?
No, it was PJ Hogan, I think it was.
P.J. Hogan. All right. But I remember
Paul Hogan, I think.
Paul Hogan is in Crocodile Dundee. All right. Yeah, they were great movies. I actually own them on Blu-ray. I bought them recently. There was like a double set of 1 and 2. I loved that. Had a big crush on Linda Kozłowski, the actress in Crocodile Dundee. She was in a John Carpenter film.
He really white for a while.
Apparently I read that too. But she was in Village of the Damned.
That's right, yeah.
John Carpenter movie, the remake he did in the 96, I think, or 97.
95, I think it was.
Was it that early? 95? Man.
Yeah.
Making me feel like an old duck.
But you can go back a wee bit further as well. You got Gallipoli.
I don't want to.
No, but when you say about Aussie movies like Gallipoli, you got Picnic at Hanging Rock, obviously, but the Mad Max series.
Man, Peter Weir. The first Peter Weir film I saw was The Cars That Eat Paris. And man, that's a brilliant film.
He was always destined to be great.
Oh man, he did The Plumber. But there's that the one with Richard Chamberlain, The Last Wave. Man, that is an incredible film. It's incredible. I didn't see that until about must have been 7 or 8 years ago. I'd never even heard of that, but I was a big Peter Weir fan because of Fearless and Truman Show and Picnic at Hanging Rock and Cars That Eat Paris and The Plumber and all these great films he'd done. I think he'd done Master and Commander by that time as well.
He did that in 2005.
Which is one of the best big budget movies ever made. I mean, Master and Commander is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
And but I remember watching The Last Wave, and it was like, whew, I mean, that movie is incredible. Richard Chamberlain I knew him from, Shogun and things, and Alan Quatermain's City of Gold and like Tower and Inferno and all that kind of stuff. But man, in that movie, Chamberlain, he became like my favorite actor for about 2 months after that film because he was so good in it. It's really cool. Like I would recommend it to anybody out there in the listening land. It's so good. The Last Wave by Peter Weir. It's soaked in kind of Aboriginal lore and like the end of the world prophecies and that. It's such a dark, beautiful, glorious film.
Have you ever heard of speaking of Aussie movies? Have you ever heard of Robert Fences?
No, I don't think so.
Robert Fence, sorry.
Oh, about the 2 kids in the camps, the concentration camps. I've never seen the movie, but I did a stage show version of that. I wasn't in it, but I built the set for it once. It was like,
okay, cool.
So one side of the fence was it's Germans, right? And
no,
who was it?
It's from Australia. They're kind of like 2 girls who they were taken from. They're 2 Aboriginal girls, taken from their families, and they were sent to settle with English colonizers.
Right.
But they escape and go back to their family eventually. Get back to their family.
All right, I don't even know the story because we built the set and like one side of the set was one side of the fence and one side of the fence was the other side of the fence, and it was a revolving set and would push. It's a big. Kenneth Branagh's in it.
Yeah,
I'll have to check it out. I like Kenneth Branagh. I loved his when he did those kind of Frankenstein and what was the other one he did at that time with it was a great movie he did. It was about a romance in Spain with Jacqueline Bisset. What the hell was that movie called? It was a great movie. But he was great. He had his moments, didn't he, Kenneth Branagh? I'm not too convinced about his Poirot, but he's okay. But yeah, we did. We built a set for that rod-proof fence, and it was like two sides of the fence, and we'll push it around. That's how I never got to hear the story, because I was a stagehand for it, so I was pushing the set around during the show. There's another John Rennie story, if anybody's interested.
Leak in Winter, is that it?
That might be it. Aye, it was him and Jacqueline Bisset. But she's done so many great films. She's great, Jacqueline Bisset. She did a great film called September.
Not that.
Love. I'll find it. I'll know the name when I find it. But she's done so many great films. Her. She did one with Michael York called September that I absolutely love, which was a TV movie. Because Michael York's another one of the actors that is incredible. It's got to be a young Kenneth Branagh. This. IMDb is our friend.
Well, I'm looking at thingy. Wikipedia.
All right, IMDb's great, but no, it was he had a really good run, Kenneth Branagh, didn't he? At that time, he was like, what else did he do? Dead Again, man. Dead Again was fantastic.
Yeah,
but we've got it. It's called High Season. That's the film I was thinking of, 1987. It's called High Season, directed by Claire Pepple, with him, and written by Claire Pepple as well, and Mark Pepple. Directed by Jacqueline Bisset. It stars Jacqueline Bisset, James Fox. And he kind of has a affair with Jacqueline Bisset, but he was great in it. And I remember seeing him around that time and thinking, he's really good. I saw him on stage a couple of times. He's a really good actor. And a really good director, too.
Yeah. He did Belfast there a couple of years ago.
Which was pretty cool.
You could really, obviously it was a passion project for him.
Oh, yeah.
You could really feel the history come alive, because it was set before the Troubles, and then...
Yeah.
Primarily set before the Troubles, and the Troubles start during the film. Sorry,
I'm just nodding my head to that cool kind of early 90s rock there that was in the film. It's still kind of 80s influenced. It's not grunge quite yet.
It is 90s.
It's still like I guess Nevermind hasn't landed yet, so it's still like
Now, kids, if you're watching this, don't do what Job did there.
Don't do what Job does.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs, kids.
I had another quip coming up after, but I don't want to say
it. do Pierce instead.
Make sure you got Dr. Angel's permission.
Oh, he's so good, man. He's just so good. It's like if his name was on a movie back in the day, I would just buy it. I really would. I mean, still I do. I mean, recently, November Man's not a new movie now, but as soon as it was out on Netflix, I watched it. It's like whatever Pierce is in, I'll watch. I love him.
He did a movie there at the height of his Bond career.
Oh, yeah.
Called The Nephew.
Aye. Well, didn't he produce that himself?
He did, yeah.
Yeah, didn't he? I remember, yes.
That is really hard to get.
Yeah, he did a couple. He had a producing partner. I can't remember her name, but him and a woman were produced. I think it might have been his agent as well. They were producing
films you're right.
Together. And The Nephew was one of those, and it was a great film.
Yeah, and obviously he did Tapping before everything else, and I don't know what it is. Like he had such a varied career. Like he did this, then he did Mrs. Doubtfire, and then
he's just good.
Yeah,
he's good. I mean, he's solid. He always tries his hardest. You can tell he's trying his hardest. Even if he's a bit part, even if he gets a bit part in films, he tries his hardest. I watched that Impossible that he did with Owen Wilson. And he's not in it much, but he's great in it. He's so good.
He did a DC movie, didn't he, as well?
He did the
Black Adam or something.
Black Adam, yeah, it was Black Adam. He did Black Adam. Yeah. But he always gives it his all. He's not one of them actors who does a paycheck movie. He always gives it his all, and I love that about him. There's a few actors like that I really like. I love Marky Mark as well for that reason. It's like Marky Mark. For all he's not the best actor in the world, he always gives it his all.
Go on, give your best New England accent there.
I can't.
Marky Mark.
Marky Mark. But
it's Mark Wahlberg.
But it's one of the same reasons I love Jeff Fahey. I mean, Jeff Fahey was always kind of super cool. But Pierce Brosnan, he just always gives it his all. He does. And I respect him for it, man. And it's not just in his films either; it's in his life.
Yes,
He does that kind of cool kind of painting stuff he does now, and he's got that whole other thing. He's not a one-dimensional guy. You can tell he's full of emotion. He's just I admire him. You know, I admire him. I do. And for all jokes aside about me calling him, you know, a good-looking kind of catalog man, he can actually deliver. If you put him in a movie, he's going to deliver. He always does. And I've loved him since I was a kid because of that. I mean, I remember seeing GoldenEye at the cinema when it came out. And I remember seeing him in the press junkets about it, saying, man, this is the proudest moment of my life. When I was a kid, my parents took me to England to go and see Goldfinger in London. I remember saying, that's what I want to do. And I think he genuinely meant it. And you know, he said, I never dreamed I'd be James Bond, and I am. He was like, it's a dream come true, and it's because of my fans. And he really means it. I think he's a very genuine human being. And that goes a long way with me. It really does. It goes a long way about the films I like, the directors I like, the actors I like. Pierce tried.
He did an interview a couple of years ago. I forget what movie he was promoting. I honestly can't remember. But it was an Irish, you know, radio interview.
Oh, yeah.
But it was shown, you know, the video of it was shown on YouTube, and he was talking, and he was saying, the interviewer said, "Oh, you know, nice to meet you, Pierce, you know, and you know, I'm from blah 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 radio station, whatever." And he's, "Oh, cool." And then he starts like, "Where are you from?" You know, he's asking, you know, Pierce is asking me, he's, "Oh, I'm from Navan."
I know the one you mean. He starts to cry, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan goes, "Oh, no way."
He starts talking because like, "Oh, is that house still there?" And all. And it's like,
I know the one you mean.
He's so humble in it.
He has a tear, doesn't he? He goes, "Oh, it's great to see you." I remember that one. Do I? In fact, I think he was promoting Black Adam.
Was it that the one? Okay.
He's got the big tash still. I think he was promoting Black Adam. Sorry, when he did it.
Wow. But no, he was so humble in that. Like that, just a few minutes. Like,
oh, he's a. You can just tell when people are genuine, and I think he's genuine. I think he's a genuine person. He loves what he does. He's been able to do what he loves, and I think he appreciates the fact that it's because of us who love him that he can do what he does. And you don't get many actors like that. You don't.
Not nowadays, no. Because it's all ego.
No. It is. It's all ego, and he never seems to have had an ego, does he, Pierce?
No, I don't think so. No.
Pierce Brosnan, he never seems to have had an ego much about him. He never got into trouble. He married an actress in the 90s. He stayed with her his whole career. It's like she used to do she used to do Unsolved Mysteries. She was one of the co-hosts on it. I can't remember her name. I'm sorry. She deserves more than that. But I can't remember her name. She was one of the co-hosts on it when Farina was doing Dennis Farina, I think was when he was doing Unsolved Mysteries back in the day. But I mean, he stayed with her his whole life. He just seems like a very, this is great. Sorry to.
No.
But I love this scene. This really worked for me. So this is the first time Job uses the kind of CG power in the real world.
Yeah.
And man, it's the fire. I remember seeing this when I was a kid and being blown away by how good it looked. And it doesn't look good now. It doesn't. But again, I'll say it fits the story. And that's my favorite shot in the movie. With the light behind Job there. It looks fantastic.
It kind of makes it more like kind of ethereal being, isn't it?
Oh, it's fantastic. Well, he's in the church, isn't it? It's all that stuff.
Yeah. And like he's rising, like he's, you know, risen up, or, you know, like he's extending up to.
Oh, it's so
just the way it's shot.
I just got goosebumps when he shouted there. That's how much I love Lawnmower Man, everybody. I just got goosebumps there. I know I've been talking through it a lot, but that's kind of the point.
No, that's all right. It's okay. That's what we're here for. The channel's called Cinema Conversations.
Such an awesome shot. That. Watch this, man. But it makes sense. It's not like the graphics are bad. They're like computer-generated graphics because that's what he can do.
Yes, exactly.
It makes total sense to me.
Yeah.
I was reading about it a couple of days ago. I think the first complete CGI character was in, I think it was young Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, right.
Which was like a kind of knight that was generated. I was looking at still images.
Right. Yes, I remember seeing that, yes, as well, yeah.
I did see the film many, many years ago on TV. But I'm going to miss
ILM did that, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so. I'm sure.
Yeah.
It still looks great. It was like they had a kind of 2D dimensional face on it.
Mm.
It still looked great. Oh, I love all this stuff, man. All the backlight and that. But you
Jake's
must,
going to get.
but you'll have to excuse me for a minute. I need to nip to the check the plumbing. Excuse me for a second.
No problem. Take your time.
I really want to. Ah, sorry, I've seen it. I really like this scene when he chews the guy's brains, but
You go, 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 go. So, chat. Who or what would be your favorite Stephen King character? I know we're probably getting a wee bit off topic there, but this is a Stephen King adaptation in all but name. So, if I would ask, dang. But no, this is a great scene, all right. John is right. The way, like, Jake just pleads for his life and against Job. Oh, that's the brain eating. Yes, exactly it. Yeah, there we go. He's dude. Moody looks, Moody lighting, I should say, in the car. And oh, poor Pete. Don't worry, he'll be with Arnie soon. Welcome back.
Back again.
Randy's back.
Guess again.
Yeah, Boneyard son.
Oh man, his chair's doing my head in. Keeps falling down.
I was just saying.
Look,
I was asking
he's the guy who ties the whole film together.
who their favorite character was.
The sun bashing builder from next door. In fact, is this the only bit in the film? This is the only bit in the film that's from the Stephen King novel. It's the only bit where the lawnmower comes in, starts eating everything up.
That's right, yeah.
Do you want some ASMR? I don't know if you'll be able to hear it.
Oh. Well, I won't ask you, did you get me one? We already have two here. So.
Oh, well.
Yes, I want to.
Cheers.
Launch it. Oh, shit. Oh, no, that's just karma.
Oh, no, it's not. Cheers. You only spilled a little bit.
Yeah, I did. Just a wee bit, yeah. It's all right. I'll get a t-shirt or something.
So this is the only scene, I think.
Yes, that remains loyal to
that remains loyal material. So this is pretty much the novel. But Pan eats the grass with his mouth.
Yeah, they did make a dark. I think it was Frank Darabont who made the Dollar Baby adaptation of the novel.
Yeah, he did the great one, The Woman in the Room.
Yeah, but
which is great. The Woman in the Room. There's a performance by Brian Libby in that.
Okay.
Who I knew from he's in a Chuck Norris movie, Silent Rage.
I've heard of that.
Where he's like
Norris fan.
Where Brian Libby's like a kind of Michael Myers type killer. It's a slasher mixed with a kung fu movie. It's great. And it's my favorite Chuck Norris movie. He did another one with vampires as well, which I really like. But but Brian Libby was in The Woman in the Room, the Darabont Dollar Baby, and man, it's such a powerful performance. He's a prisoner, and his lawyer comes to see him, and the lawyer's mother's sick, and he wants to kill her. And he kind of says to Brian Libby, "What's it like to kill somebody?" And Brian Libby tells him, he's like, "Mate, you don't want to do it. It's like you'll live with it for the rest of your life." And
Yeah.
it's such a great performance. It's a great film, that Frank Darabont Dollar Baby, that Stephen King won, The Woman in the Room. It's the best Dollar Baby by miles. It's
On a
so
slightly
good.
unrelated note,
Yep.
for all the Peaks fans, we got the principal there, and as the cop.
He's in Ace Ventura as well, isn't he? Pet Detective.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
He pops up in Near Dark as well. He's the cop in Near Dark who grabs Caleb at the station. He's like, "Get home, boy." He must be.
He's got slightly more lines in this than he has on Twin Peaks, to be honest with you.
Isn't he the sheriff in The Stand as well? Who meets Nick Andrews?
He is. That's right. Yeah.
The sheriff who meets Nick Andrews in Shallow. Shallow.
He goes Babaluga or something in The Stand, doesn't he?
Shallow. Bob Luger aye. She's just gonna love this when he sees the ring, and he's like, the ring goes, he had a ring just like this.
It's his brother-in-law, isn't it?
That's his brother-in-law. The bad guy's his brother-in-law. Hey, Muty, you're gonna be in hell 5 seconds before you know you're dead. Oh man, The Stand is fucking incredible, isn't it?
Yes.
There's a Pierce Brosnan connection there. He did Bag of Bones with Mick Garris.
That's right. Yes.
So he played the main character in Bag of Bones, which I love. I absolutely love that.
We could play 3 Degrees of Separation.
Oh, could I?
Or
and who's that weird guy standing over there in that suit? He's got nothing to do with this.
No.
But he totally uses mind control. This is great. This is Cocktails as well. Shit happens.
Yeah. No. And Pierce was like, what?
Well, it's like that's my favorite line ever in the Scary Movie. That's why I always say shit happens. The cop, who's a guy from Wayne's World, man, I can't remember his name now, but the guy who plays the sheriff in Scary Movie, and he gets up in front of all. He goes, all in front of the press. Some kids have been killed. It's a terrible tragedy, but hey, shit happens. It's just awesome the way he does it, but hey, well, it happens.
Line delivery,
it's a fantastic. It's a fantastic comedic performance by that guy in the Scary Movie. I'll never forget it. When playing the sheriff. Oh, this is beautiful. The graphic, it's like a Monet painting.
Yeah.
There's some really cool graphics in it too. I mean, later on when he's a big gold head and stuff, all that's excellent. And this, like I said,
you have to lose myself now. So,
you need to lose yourself.
That too.
So here we go. Much more of Pace's wife in this. This is the director's cut. You get a lot more. I always wanted a pair of pants like that and a shirt so I could look just like Pace. It was funny. I was going through. This is going to be another John Rennie story. Well, it's like a bit of show fuller than this. While Carrie's away, I was going through all my old shirts the other day, and I keep shirts in that forever. I'm like, I'm one of them people who never throws anything away. I've got like pants that it's far too small for us, but I think, one day I'll be able to get into those jeans again, so I keep them. I was going through all my shirts the other day, and I was trying them on, thinking, should I keep this? And loads of them. I've got loads of them still from like the early 2000s and the late 90s. I love this graphic here with a gold jewel, but the shirts are like baggy ones, like what Mel Gibson wore in like Tequila Sunrise, like them kind of proper 90s baggy shirts. I had loads of them. I was just like, oh man, I should really throw these, but I kept them. I actually put one on when I went out to the karaoke the other night and buttoned it up to the top. And went out and everyone was like, oh, that's a nice shirt. And I was like, still got it. It's older than me, this shirt. It's worn by Mel Gibson, Tequila Sunrise. Oh, I wish I would let him help him. Old Pace and Jeff there together. It's crazy, though, when you think about how good the cast is in this. I've said it about 2 times already, I think. But it makes a difference. I mean, if this was a movie that had lesser actors in, shall we say. I mean, actors who couldn't handle something like this, use their imagination as much. Would it be as loved as it is by fans like us? Or would it just be another forgotten, early 90s thriller, early 90s sci-fi, which there are loads of, loads of forgotten movies. Actually, pardon me, I started to collect the slasher classics from 88 films. And I started to buy loads of films that, I knew most of them, but there were a couple I didn't know. And when I put them on, I thought, man, I spent quite a bit of money collecting them. There's loads, 30 or 40 films now on that 88 film slasher list by now. And there was a couple I put on and thought, oh man, I've seen these already, and they were crap then and they're crap now, you know? Because they're like no-name actors. They're not very good. I mean, with a few beers and a few friends on video when they came out, I might have enjoyed them. But watching them now as a kind of older guy and sitting back with a beer on a Saturday or whatever after work and just looking at it and thinking, man, I shouldn't have. I'll just sell this at CEX next week. Do you know what I mean? And I'll buy the next slasher classic. But there are some really good ones, like Sweet 16. You know, there's some great kind of not forgotten, but underappreciated slashes. But a lot of those 88 film slashes and stuff I've watched and thought there's a reason why this was straight to video, because the acting's terrible. And this could have been a much lesser movie if it wasn't for people like Pierce and Jeff and Jenny Wright and Jeffrey Lewis, you know. And the priest as well. I keep forgetting his name. He's a famous actor, the guy who plays a priest, and I can't remember his name. But they nail it. They do. And I think that's why it's lasted so long, because it's, you know, great performances.
Jeremy Slate played the priest.
Jeremy Slate, that's the one. He was an old school actor from back in the day in westerns and stuff. Right.
My favorite ASMR.
So all this makes much more sense now when Pace's wife comes back, and he actually cares about her because you've seen a lot more scenes with her in. Oh man, this is coming up.
But she just walks away.
This is pretty gruesome. But I was watching I was watching the special features, and Leonard was pretty good at that. All this stuff got missed out when they kind of recut the whole film down. Oh, here it is. I love all this bit when the henchmen come. Oh man, I totally forgot the guy. Rennie, that's the guy Rennie from Under the Dome. He's a great actor. Man, he's got my name. I totally forgot he was in this. Probably because I got to chatting so much earlier on when he was in the film. Instead of watching it. I mean, look at that, man. That's great.
It is, yeah.
I mean, I would make movies like this now, man, if I could. I probably could, actually. I'm going to make one. I'll tell you what. I'm going to make a movie just like Lawnmower Man. But all computer graphics. We'll call it Rise of Captain America.
The man who mows lawns.
One of my favorite Simpsons episodes is the one when Skinner, the one with Skinner loses his job and Bart feels guilty about it. Look at that,
yes.
Man. That looks fantastic. Skinner and him and Bart become friends. And he's telling Bart about the stories going around. He says, well, I've got this idea for a world where dinosaurs are brought back to life with DNA. And they open up a theme park and people get trapped inside the theme park. And he goes, what are you going to call it? And he says, Billy and the Brontosaurus. No, just Billy and the Brontosaurus.
Not affiliated with Jurassic Park in any way.
But it was so good. What are you going to call it? Billy and the... look at this. I love all this stuff.
A digital death.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. I was watching I keep saying watching special features. I'll just say from now on, I'll tell you about it. Brett Leonard was talking about it. This software had to be invented to make this happen. So the effect for the guys to turn into the balls, like in the molecules and disintegrate, this was invented for Lawnmower Man.
Wow. And
you think about it, what year did we see this was? 95? 92? Yep. So the same time that they were inventing software to make T2. I mean, I was watching a video the other day by these guys on the internet, and they were trying to recreate the special effects from T2, and they couldn't do it. And even with today's technology, because they were inventing programs and software to make those effects happen. And it was the same with this. They invented the software to make that happen. How cool is that? I mean, this was kind of mid-budget, like $1 million, $2 million or something, right? I don't think it was that.
Like what Tom Savini did and Phil Tippett and all. Rob,
I love Phil Tippett. Phil Tippett's amazing. He worked on like Piranha and that, didn't he, with Joe Dante? And all kinds of stuff. Really made some amazing movies. I love that Mad God that he did recently.
Yes.
And it was like a kind of a passion project of his for years.
Mm-hmm.
And then he finished it and it was fantastic. It was a really great movie. That
30
Mad
years
God.
to come.
I really want to get the Blu-ray of that, actually, Mad God.
You're screwed, Angelo.
Pierce will never be screwed.
Always kind of a Blue Velvet reference there.
Oh, wow. All this is a director's cut.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome, man.
It so adds so much more to the story, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, I understand what a studio might think. We're kind of a 2.5 hour long movie. This is for video, you know?
Mm.
Video movies had to be like an hour and a half max. An hour 45 max, I think it was, wasn't it? For video?
An hour 40, an hour 50.
40. I mean, I know long play was, you could do long play cassettes that were longer, but I think it was an hour 45, something like that. Because I mean, I remember watching The Stand, and I had to have The Stand on 4 videos, I think it was.
It was an hour actually 48. So this is 2 hours 22.
So they probably couldn't have fit it on a home video cassette.
No.
So there you go. That's probably why they wanted to lose it. And like I say, this is where I found it, on home video. But there was a lot of movies I did. I mean, that's why I love home video. I mean, it was amazing. The Thing wouldn't be The Thing without home video. You know, Day of the Dead wouldn't be Day of the Dead without home video. Blade Runner, exactly. How do you feel about the different Blade Runner cuts?
You see, okay. I know it's a sci-fi movie primarily, but it is a noir as well.
Yeah, well, I would call it sci-fi noir.
Yeah. So having the voiceover kind of helps that way. The director's cut, yeah, I can see what Scott was trying to do.
Well, I saw the theatrical cut first. I saw the one with the voiceover on video. That's the first one I saw. It is. I love the final cut. That's my favorite.
Yeah. See, I would keep the voiceover in it. But
sushi,
the ending
cold fish. That's what my ex-wife called me.
Have the ending of the final cut.
Yeah.
You know? Because it's the theatrical cut ending is, well, we know what they use footage from The Shining.
Yes.
So it's not the most what's the word? Original.
What? That's okay. I mean, it was my favorite thing about the ending is the music. I'm a huge Vangelis fan, like huge. I've got Albertus and all that. I love his records. I do. I think he's a great composer, and I love the fact that Ridley Scott said he was going around the house and talking to him about it, and they'd sit and drink beer till like 7 in the morning, and there'd always be like naked girls and that hanging around Vangelis's glass-walled apartment. You know, I said it was a very decadent time, and it was a very creative time of like kind of artists together, making something together. And I mean, it's such a great collaboration that because I can't imagine it without Vangelis's music. I really can't.
No, I can't either.
It's such a huge part of it, and that music at the end, the digga 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 dun 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 digga 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 digga. It's an amazing score. And I mean, the first time I ever saw Blade Runner, I didn't think about Deckard or Rachel or anything. It was the score that I heard, and I thought, wow, that score's. And I went out and bought the soundtrack on vinyl. It was that was the first thing I fell in love with about Blade Runner. I didn't like the film for a long time. I think we might have had this conversation already, so we should have it quickly. I think we might have had it on another stream, but it was like I fell in love with Blade Runner. It took us a long time to fall in love with it. I fell in love with the soundtrack first, and that took me maybe a decade, I guess, to like it. And now I really appreciate how gorgeous it is. And it is a gorgeous film. It's all about the world building, and Ridley Scott does that better than most directors. I think Ridley Scott and Walter Hill are two of the best world builders who build worlds that you've never seen before. But I guess I could tie back to Lawnmower Man by Brett Leonard using these effects that we've never really seen before. and he shows you a world that couldn't be imagined. And when I was a kid watching Lawnmower Man, I couldn't even imagine these worlds. And now I sit and play Hitman, you know, which is one of my favorite games at the moment. I'm playing the Hitman series. But I mean, I started playing Hitman Codename 47 when it first came out for PC. The very first game. And I always kind of liked them. Then I kind of went away from the series, and now I've come back to it. They did Hitman Season 1 a few years ago, Hitman 2 and 3. And I mean, they're 10 times better than anything I could have possibly imagined when I was playing Hitman Codename 47 back in the early 2000s or late 90s or whenever it was. You know, or if, for that matter, the first Resident Evil, you know, it's like you can't imagine how far things came along. But back
even on the first or the second, and I'm a Resident Evil diehard.
The
first was you know, blocky.
Yes.
You know, compared to the second, and then third even improved, and obviously with the PlayStation 2 and the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
You know, versions of.
I never had a Dreamcast, but my cousin did. And the Dreamcast was a bit smoother. The Resident Evil. I was playing it on PS1. Resident Evil. But I remember Barry, because he was always my favorite character, because he had the Magnum. Oh, wait a minute, I love this with the bees and the wasps. This looks amazing. He said they had to really rush this. Brett Lennon was like, we had to really rush the effect, and he was never happy with it. I thought it looked great. I mean, it would just be like a whole massive CGI taking over these guys. It really sells it.
I think what you're saying, you know, about since he's, you know, primarily now computer.
Yeah.
His you know, they would be computer generated. They wouldn't be real.
Oh man, I mean,
I think you're right. That's a very good point.
But there wouldn't be. There'd be his version of it. There'd be a computer-generated version of it, and it fits the reality.
Yeah.
But coming up, though, we're going to lose Jeffrey Lewis soon, and I hate this. This is the bit in the movie I hate. I wish he just didn't get it. But there is a proper gnarly. I don't know if it'll be here because it's on YouTube, but there's a proper gnarly headshot coming up here. And I remember watching this for the first time, possibly on that Prism Leisure DVD we talked about, the director's cut, and seeing the headshot. I was like, whoa, it's this guy, the security guy.
There you go.
And it was like, whoa, oh man, he didn't deserve this at all. He's the only good person in the whole film. Here's to Jeffrey, everybody. This is it. Watch. This is gnarly. Watch. No. Wow, look at that. That was a gnarly headshot, right? Pretty damn gnarly. That's really cool. That's Tom Savini. He would be proud of that. You know, that was a good shot. Speaking of Savini, I just rewatched Dawn of the Dead. I haven't watched it for about maybe a year, I think.
I was going to say 6 months.
I know, but maybe a year. It's probably the longest I've ever gone in my life without watching Dawn of the Dead. Because I used to watch it. I used to watch that film weekly. That's how sad I am. Well, not how sad I am, how obsessed I am. But I went a long time. Oh, this is so crazy. Because he comes back later on and he's still there. He's like constantly molecularizing and coming back. It's like a fate worse than death. Constantly molecularizing in and out. But I mean, it kind of solidified my theory that I was thinking that kind of Day of the Dead's replaced my love of Dawn of the Dead now. I think I like Day of the Dead a lot better. Whereas it was Dawn, I mean, it's always been night and it's always been Diary for me. I'm a diehard Diary fan. And that's not to be like, oh, pretentious. I love the film that nobody else likes. I genuinely love that film. I genuinely love Diary.
No, John's never pretentious.
I think it's a beautiful looking movie. I think it's one of Romero's most beautiful looking films, Diary. Some awesome shots in it. But I am convinced as the last viewing, even a year away from watching Dawn, that I think Day is a much stronger film now. And that might be controversial. I mean, I still love it. Don't get us wrong. It's still one of the all-time best movies ever made. I still loved it. I was still upset when flipping Roger gets it. And man, but again, watching it, I forgot how powerful that moment is with Roger in the truck. When he's like, Roger, you're not just playing with your life, you're playing with mine. You know? And he gets in, he's like, how are you? Perfect, baby. Perfect.
Again, it's about line delivery, isn't it?
Oh, it was so good. And it's like, I remember the Scotty Reiniger, the actor, talking about how he said, oh, look, he's constantly molecularizing him. It's so good. So good. But Reiniger was saying that he was thinking that might have been like a Nam flashback that his character was having.
Mm.
Totally cool, man. It was such a cool sequence. I forgot how great that sequence was. Like a year away from it and watching, because I've been trying to watch newer like horrors, but I just, man, I mean, some of them are good, but they just don't. I mean, none of them hold a candle to Dawn of the Dead at all, you know?
A little bit of trivia, which you
Yes.
might not have noticed
Not
in this bit here. When Angelo sets the timer, it's 15 minutes, it says.
Yeah.
And it's 15 minutes before the end of the movie.
Ah, that's smart.
Mm.
Even in the director's cut.
Yep.
No,
Well, maybe not in the theatrical cut, but director's cut it is, yeah.
No, it is. It's 15 minutes. My God, that was the quickest 2 hours of my life. Chicka chicka. Can you hear the music in the background? Chicka chicka bow bow. Chicka chicka bow bow. Oh, he's totally, man, this is amazing. He's totally sucked into the virtual world now. You see the suit?
Yeah.
Did you see the suit when it's sucked in? That's it. There's no more Job. His life force has gone inside the network.
You know, actually,
this is
after this, I'm actually going to watch Lawnmower 2.
Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that, man. That is beautiful.
I want to watch the second one.
Are you with us? That's beautiful, lad. I thought that was beautiful. Oh, look at him, man. There's nothing else left. It's just his skin. He's gone inside that machine.
And you see, earlier when he was, he was silver, now he's gold. It kind of reflects his ego.
Yeah.
He thinks he's God, which, technically he is a god.
Cyber God.
Yeah.
Which, funnily enough, was my favorite. Do you ever watch those VHS franchise movies? They do start off with VHS 1 with like Ty West and stuff a few years ago, and then they started getting other directors involved. And
one of them, yeah, but I haven't seen them all.
There was a great one called, I think it was Cyber God. Oh, wow. That's total director's cut, that. But yeah, there was a great episode of VHS called, I think it was Cyber God. It was so great. It was a really good episode about like a god, and not a god, but like they're giving a seminar about cyber thing, and and then the cyber world comes and gets this woman. It was so great. It's a great one called Scott Derrickson. Scott Derrickson directed as well, called Night Kill. That was really cool in those movies. Night Kill actually scared the crap out of us. None of them have scared us, but Scott Derrickson's scared us. I'm a huge Scott Derrickson fan, actually. I've always liked his movies. I really like his.
Yeah,
he did Hellraiser Inferno. That was the first one. That was the first one I saw, I think it was. But I'm a big fan of his movies. He's gonna get out. He will get out. Access denied.
Access denied. Access granted.
Don't spoil it.
Come on, 30-year book movie. But I love the fact when he actually does succeed, he is kind of into it. It's really, really well done.
Give that man an Oscar. You're not even human anymore. I love it when he starts to shout. That really famous clip from Taffin, the maybe you shouldn't be living here. What do you think of the best movies about the future? I mean, I remember being a kid and growing up, and you got like Escape from New York, which was 1997.
Yeah.
And like when I was a kid in the late 80s and then early 90s, that seemed like it was and then it got past 1997, you know, and it was like, well, that's not quite what happened at 2001 or 2010 or, you know.
Yeah. Well, it depends. Like, you know, if you're talking about like an optimistic future or a dystopian future.
Any kind of future, I guess.
Well, dystopian, it's hard to know, really. Does The Running Man?
Ah, that would be a good, well, not a good one, but that's definitely a dystopian future, isn't it, The Running Man?
Logan's Run?
Oh, man. Well, that's one of the best films ever made. I know I keep saying that about stuff, but it is. It's so good. Logan's Run was just one of those movies that was, for me, it was like, I don't know how you describe it because it was so important. It was like Logan's Run.
I don't know, actually. That's a really good question.
Well, Logan's Run was one of the movies that really helped to get me into movies. It's such a great sci-fi. It really is. I mean, there's not many sci-fis I think as great as that. It's just its vision is so huge.
Yeah.
You know, it really is. I mean, you've got the carousel and you've got the outside world with Peter Ustinov as the old guy, and
I thought it was Thingy.
Oh,
what do you call him? From The Omen.
David Warner.
No. Bugenhagen.
I don't know. Which character from The Omen?
Bugenhagen, the old guy who gives the daggers.
Oh, Patrick Troughton.
No,
it's Peter Ustinov in Logan's Run, 100%. It's the old guy who lives in the City of Liberty. He's got all the paintings of the old presidents and stuff, and he keeps saying them McCafferty, all that stuff about the cat.
Let's see. Hang on. Leo McKern is the actor.
Leo McKern. Is he the guy that plays box? No.
Oh. I thought he was. Well, maybe not. Okay.
And of course, Jenny Agutter was.
Yeah. Okay. We'll go there.
Richard Jordan, though, as well. Richard Jordan was awesome. And that film playing. What was he called? Not Logan 5. I can't remember what his name is now. God, it's one of my. As you get older, your memory starts to slip, like, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it really does. I can't remember what Richard Jordan's character's called in Logan's Run. That's really bad for me. It's been one that I've watched it more than most movies, but it's amazing how good Richard Jordan is in Logan's Run. He's one of my favorite bad guys ever. He's so cool, and that made me watch loads of. I mean, I was always a fan of his. He's in
Francis 7.
Francis, yeah, Francis 7. But he's he's in Lawman, the Michael Winner film, which is awesome. He's such a great actor, Richard Jordan. He's a little bit underrated. He played Duncan Idaho in David Lynch's Dune.
That's right, yes.
He's like in 2 scenes, and I always thought, man, that's the one thing I don't like about that movie. The fact that Richard Jordan needs to be in it more. He did Interiors with Woody Allen, which is beautiful, beautiful movie. He's a really great actor, that guy. And I love him as Francis 7. He's so perfect. That bit when he follows him, and he still doesn't believe it when they get out of the dome and they get to the Liberty City and they see I think it's Washington DC where they are, right? And he gets into it all, and he still doesn't believe him until he looks at his palm when he's just about to die, and he's just like, "Oh shit, you're all right, Logan." And then he dies. It was like, oh man, it's so good. But they become friends again, like right at the end. It's a great piece of filmmaking. Access granted to the mainframe. That's yes. I love the smile.
Just in time, though.
Oh, I know. Like the second. I've got to get out of this suit quick. It's really tight around the balls. I've got to get out of it.
That's a deleted scene.
Great miniature work there.
Very stripped.
Oh, see, that's the one I really wanted to see.
Oh.
Well, that's it. The Lawnmower Man. Thanks to anybody who's joined us. Thanks to everyone who's joined us for the whole movie. But I think we might be the only ones left now, Kerry.
Well, sure. That's okay.
Well, we'll leave this world as we'll come into it.
Yes. Kicking and screaming.
Alone and talking about movies. That was a really good choice, that one, Lawnmower Man. It's an awesome movie. I know we've talked about everything between, the sea and the
Yeah, but the thing is, the sounds
in the hills,
conversation, so we're having a conversation with cinema, so makes sense.
And look, he's got a new family now.
Does he learn his lesson?
No, of course not. He's going to start up a new laboratory. He's going to get some new chimpanzees.
Yeah.
You know the rage virus? He was the guy that started it.
That's what it is. Yes.
Here he comes. Look, he's making the phone call around the world. I'm gonna make a phone call for the whole world. Oh, look, he's in London. I'm fucked.
Okay, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. We hope we didn't bore you to death.
Oh, I'm sure we didn't do that. Like,
I hope not.
But I think we're the only ones left now, Kerry.
Yeah.
I'll check, see if anyone's watching. But if you are still watching, give us a heads up if you want to keep us going for a while.
Yeah.
Or you want us to hit the road. What a fantastic movie, though, Kerry. I don't know how anybody could hate that Dave.
Really?
my mate from Squabblebox.
Oh, yes.
I think it's a masterpiece.
Well, we get a new subscriber.
Oh, fantastic. New subscriber.
Yeah. Cool.
That's great news. Thanks for joining us here at Cinema Conversations.
Yes. We're the fun friends.
Where the wine flows.
Wine? Hang on.
Beer.
Hang on. It's beer. It's ale.
Where the ale flows and the ideas are many.
And virtual reality is our friend.
Yeah, I think that's us.
Okay. Thank you, gang. Hope to see you next time. It probably will be for a fortnight or so. If not, we'll be a week, but maybe a fortnight. But we'll have a think over what to discuss, and maybe hopefully we'll have another watch along. Maybe a bit more.
Well, I enjoyed it.
Like something like I don't know, Nosferatu. After we were nice. Nosferatu.
We'll take some George Melly out.
Yeah. Okay, gang. Thank you, and hope to see you all soon.
All right. Thanks very much. Thanks here and now. Thanks, Collector Adam. Thanks to everybody.